the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true.
Sometimes I cry.
Oh! Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast. This is episode 924.
Doing live.
We're doing it live. We got Octopus and Dark Matter from the goddamn podcast back again. Welcome back, guys.
Yo, it's great to be back.
Yeah, and
Great to be back.
yeah. So you're in recovery, right?
Oh yeah. I was just mentioning to Ben before the show started that I had the Rona.
Oh God.
Pretty sure it was the Delta variant. As far as, but it was really weird. My first symptoms was I was just really sore, but I've been I'm getting older, so I figured maybe I'm just fucking getting sore, and I'm trying not to be a bitch about it, and just moved along with it. I was taking my temperature, and everything was normal, no cough, no fever, no nothing else, and then I guess about 3 days of being sore before I started feeling that fever come on. Got a little bit of a cough. Yeah, pretty much spread it to everyone in my house, including I think the dog. Poor fucking thing.
Can the dogs get Rona?
They have.
Oh, yeah.
They have found instances of dogs getting it, and even zoo animals have gotten it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So-
tigers and shit.
Yeah.
What if you got mauled by a tiger but survived and died of giving you Rona?
That would piss me off.
Yeah.
Fuck it. No, the anti-vaxxers would never believe it. Although it's a hoax, people would never fucking buy that shit. Anyway,
It's the mauling comorbidity.
I'm feeling a lot better. I mean, I'm still kind of iffy. My taste and smell is coming back, because that's probably the weirdest and worst part of it, to be honest with you, because for me it took away all urge to eat, because it was strictly texture based. And I also it almost ruins foods for you, because when you can't taste anything and it's just the pure texture, you're like, this is fucking disgusting, and I don't think I ever want to eat this again. Like raw spinach.
Yeah.
Dude, raw spinach, it goes from crunchy to this mush, and when there's no flavor to go with it, it's like
Ugh.
I was gonna start a restaurant for corona victims that can't taste, and it's all a texture-based menu.
yes, do it, because for some people it lasts 6 or 8 weeks, and I was fucking horrified. I was like, I'm gonna drop fucking 40 pounds.
Yeah.
And you were already vaccinated, and you still got it?
No, see, okay, look, I gotta clarify here. I'm not anti-vax. I was not, however, vaccinated, for the simple reason that I'm an extremely busy person, and I rescheduled 3 times, and it just never happened. And so it's, I guess, put it on me as being lazy, I guess, or whatever. But
if you died or got super sick, all that other stuff would seem way less important.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I knew there's a risk, especially with Florida blowing up. But now that I've already gone through it, the good news,
You're in Florida?
Yeah, he's in.
Oh yeah, Dark Matter and I are both in Florida.
Why'd you have to reschedule? Aren't they begging people? They're just giving it away. There's no lines. Nobody in Florida gets vaccinated.
No.
Can't you just walk into a room and they prick you?
It's simply because of my my own personal schedule. I have about to be 3-year-old twins. I have I do my podcast. I have my freaking job. It's just I have elderly parents that I look after. That's
probably That's probably even more of
that-
a reason to get the vaccine.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they're vaccinated and everything.
Yeah.
And the irony is that the people in my house who are vaccinated, like one also got sick. So it's not the vaccination part isn't like a guarantee in any
totally,
aspect.
Yeah,
So-
that's why at first I thought maybe you were and you still got it anyway because people are getting it.
Exactly. I could have easily been that way because, like I said, the mother of my children, I gave it to her, and she was vaccinated and got sick as well, and is still sick. I mean, she's clear, but still showing symptoms. That's one of the things. What I was going to say earlier is I guess a nice thing is that at this point you can just go to like Walgreens and buy for like $24. You can buy a couple of it. It comes with like 2 tests.
Huh.
And so you can just kind of do it on your own time at home or whatever, and not wait in line.
It is true though. When I got vaxxed, I just walked right in. There was nobody there. There was no line, no nothing. And,
Yeah,
and
it like again, blame me. I'm there's no excuse here other than me like failing to do it and find the time to.
I drove 45 minutes into the redneck territory thinking that there wouldn't be any lines. Both times was over, and like one time it was over 2 hours. The other time was
you
over
went to
an
one
hour.
of those big public vaccination sites.
Yeah, where
I
they
just
do
went
it in
to
your car.
I just went to Walgreens.
I
I
thought-
waited like 15 minutes.
I thought I was onto something. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go out to the friggin' redneck zone, be in, be out. My dad did it in the redneck zone. He was in and out, but something made everybody want to get their vaccines when I got mine.
This is the point of the show where I remind everyone to please like the stream. If you could like the stream, that would be great. We're gonna move on to some interesting stuff that happened recently. There's a few pretty interesting things that happened recently that we have to talk about.
Jake Paul's retired from boxing.
Did he?
That's what he said on Twitter. I don't know how serious that is.
He
but-
won last night, but it was by split decision.
Yeah.
Like, he actually got beat up last night.
Yeah, he went 8 rounds.
Yeah.
who did he fight? I wasn't
Tyrone
familiar.
Woodley. He was a UFC.
Tyron Woodley is
UFC champion.
welterweight, I believe.
Oh wow.
I think he was a welterweight, but yeah, UFC champion, multiple time champion.
And
I
he's
think.
a better striker. He wasn't like a wrestler like the other guys that they've brought in.
Yeah, Ben Askren wasn't much of a striker.
He was a wrestler.
And why can't I remember the basketball player's name?
Oh, the Sonic. He played for Seattle.
Yeah, he
Nate-
came up in Seattle. Nate Robinson.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't much of a striker either.
Yeah. Oh, he didn't even know how to box at all. All right, we're gonna move on to antagonism. Here we go.
Oh, don't touch me. Don't touch me. TV, are they going to touch me?
All right.
Like this stream, the stream on your own account, like the stream on your mom's account, like it anywhere you can.
Yes. We were doing our Patreon show last night, and we started getting DMs linking us to... how familiar are you guys with Shani for Christ? Do you remember her?
So I am aware, actually pretty quite aware of all that all those shenanigans. I follow like the Geek Room and Crude AF and shit like that. So I'm more aware of that shit than I even want to be.
Well, I'm not in the know. TJ is, I guess. But
Every time I tell people about these sort of things like Shani for Christ or Chris Chan or something, I feel like I'm poisoning them a little bit. Like if they didn't know.
Yeah.
So this is Shani's boyfriend, husband, whatever the fuck he is, calling our friend Monty the N-Word. Like literally like calling him that with the hard R, and it's pretty it's yeah.
Oh, there he is, dude. What was up with that? Oh, dude, you're giving me a platform to do something awesome. I wanted to just say that Monty called my wife trash.
Because she is.
So I want to say that Monty is a fat fucking bitch-titted nigger.
Ah,
I want to
all
say...
right, so I talked over it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, that...
And he did that on camera, like with the video going,
Yeah.
so there's no...
He said, "You're giving me a platform. I want to do something awesome."
Great. Yeah.
I don't think he knows what awesome is. That's probably why he's with Shani.
Jesus, dude. She's got more moles on her face than sense.
She was in our chat earlier.
Oh, yeah? The sweet Shani?
Yeah. And he made a follow-up video to this, though.
Yeah, the follow-up video is the best.
All right, here it is.
This goes out to the bitch-titted individual named Monty.
Does he say it again?
Wait.
Sir, I'd like to apologize to you because that is an untoward word to use on anyone.
Apologize to yourself for being such a fucking scumbag that you would use that word and think it was the go-to. Apologize to your children who have to be raised underneath you.
They're not even actually his kids.
Well, yeah, but he is. They're under his roof,
right?
And they're over his mess.
Yeah.
It's untoward, and I want to be a gentleman to individuals, even individuals that might be my enemy. And why do you make me?
What is up with the individual situation?
Yeah, Rev does that. He like always says like old DP memes all the time.
Yeah, it's really because it's taking me back. It's taking me back to old school DP. Like I keep expecting him to say situation.
He does sometimes.
Be your enemy, Monty, because I have white skin. I don't understand it.
What?
It has nothing to do with your skin color. Half the time, you're covered in trash anyways.
Right.
Well, I don't want to call Shani for trash. I don't want Shani for Christ trash. I don't want to call her trash. I don't want to call Rev trash. But they lived in trash. They let their kids live in trash. They let their kids live in shit and urine. They lived in shit and urine. They spent $800,000 on garbage. It wasn't garbage when they bought it, but they made it garbage. They left it in a house. They do trash things. If you don't want anybody to call you trash, stop putting it online.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is like just broadcasting it the entire time. Dark Matter, we've had when we had Frank on the podcast, we did a quick history of this.
Oh,
remember
really?
they had like a $750,000 and fucking blew it on Grubhub and fucking DoorDash and ridiculous stupid shit they didn't need. And they kept saying how they owned the fucking house they lived in, but next thing you know, they were getting evicted.
Right.
So I'm guessing they didn't earn that money then because people.
No, he inherited it and then claimed that he was some kind of stock market guru.
They trashed their house too. It was disgusting.
When you inherit
unlivable.
When you inherit money like that and you spend it the way they did, we call that trash rich. You guys are trash rich.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's it was. In fact, when I was on Geek Room, we were covering that, and they said that the litter box was just like there was no litter left. It was just liquid cat shit.
Yeah, and it was all over the floor.
I had mentioned that would be a great punk rock band name.
Liquid cat shit.
Dude, I would go watch a band called Liquid Cat Shit. I don't know about you guys. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, Liquid Cat Shit. I'd open up for them.
Lies. That's your problem. Okay, you're believing lies about individuals that you would probably be chill with. Do you get what I'm saying, bro? Okay, but I want to apologize to you directly for calling you that name on Draven's show because it wasn't appropriate and nobody should be called that word.
Fuck being called that word. You're a piece of trash for using that word to attack somebody.
Right.
Monty doesn't give a fuck if you're white. Like that's the least of your problems. You're a fucking garbage person that calls somebody the N-bomb because you have a problem with them, and you call out someone's bitch tits. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You got bitch tits, Papa.
Dude, he does. Have you seen the pictures of Rev, like, uh-oh.
Ding 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 ding.
That is a real picture.
Yeah, that's
of
not
him.
Photoshop.
I mean, look, no, I mean the picture is real. He's photoshopped in the fucking in the bucket in front of the fucking shitty house. But that's an actual picture. So they didn't just like put his face on some chubby dude. Like projection much? Look at them titties.
Yeah.
Those aren't bitch tits though. Those are trash tits.
Trash tits?
Those are trash tits.
Those tits have been foreclosed on twice before.
Yeah.
They're definitely brahable.
Yeah.
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 That's I knew what you were trying to say, even if it's not a word.
Brahable.
Okay.
I've got some milky chesticles, so like it's not a big deal. I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you're gonna call out someone's bitch tits, maybe that's why he went and used the N-bomb, because he had already run out of insults when he said bitch tits and realized
they
he
use
himself.
the N-bomb all the time, though.
Yeah,
that they're known for that.
Yeah, and then he's also known for coming back and saying, "Well, you made me angry."
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like that's not a fucking excuse, bro.
Yeah,
if
this
the first thing that jumps out of your freaking in your mind that if someone if someone cuts me off in traffic, right, and they're black, and the first thing I think is drop the N-bomb, like there's some self-reflection required there. Like I could just be like, "You fucking Lexus driving douchebag."
Nobody
like,
says
would
that.
Be enough. Yeah, but
Nobody says
but
that.
Even in your mind, it shouldn't be a regular occurrence, or you should fucking probably do some self-reflection. Like you don't have to be like of pure thought all the time, but if you like the first thing you jump to, if someone's Asian and you got to like jump to some fucking slur, if they irritate you, like there's probably something fucking wrong with you.
I saw Honest Red in the chat being like, "Oh, well, at least he's apologizing." This is not a genuine apology. He's
it started off with bitch tits.
He's walking it
He
back.
started off by calling him bitch tits again, and then
The
saying
bitch-titted individual,
and then saying, "But I only did it because you hate me because
Right.
I'm white."
He's making excuses.
Honest Red, you might actually be the biggest troll I know.
Yeah.
You might actually be the biggest troll, or your brain is fried. You know what? Either you're the biggest troll I know, or the left fried your brain in woke sauce. I don't know which one it is.
And woke sauce.
I don't know which one it is.
Did the apology come after some kind of backlash, or was it volunteered pretty much?
I'm sure there was a backlash.
Yeah, because people
The
knew
clip
about it.
got pushed around.
Yeah.
like Dark Matter, 90% of their audience hates them.
Oh,
Yeah, without
hate
them
watch.
saying that stuff. Without them saying anything like that, they
They're
hate them.
looking for shit like what he did, and he gave it to them.
How do you continue? How do you go on with 90% of your audience hates you? I don't understand.
Good question. But they were putting up big numbers for a little while there of all hate views.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now I have to
And then,
preach.
and not only that, they cry because people like Frank Crude AF. By the way, go please check out Crude AF, the channel. It covers tons of this stuff. His name's Frank. We've had him on our podcast. He's fantastic. And also check out the Geek Room. Those guys cover a ton of this stuff, go into some deep history and shit like that. And of course, Dragnot Silvis is like the legend that like he's the history buff as far as this shit is concerned.
Did you see the thing where they were driving on the train tracks? It's like,
oh yeah.
They're blaming their GPS because they somehow ended up driving on train tracks.
And they got a flat, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That's not a good place for a flat.
No.
And then I heard that Shani single-handedly popped the car out of a ditch through all that, but I never saw the video of that. I heard she went Incredible Hulk and sat on the bumper and the fucking thing.
No. I got to down low on that story. What happened is she actually just leaned up against it to have a smoke, and the sheer force of her leaning against it just popped it right off the tracks. She didn't even really try. Her brute force is beyond what we've seen. If you've not seen clips of her getting angry?
Oh yeah.
Scary.
Oh man, and there's the police body cam footage of her getting arrested for beating him up and stuff because she is way bigger than him.
Yeah.
Monty. Okay, because I'm pretty sure you're one of these really cool, I'm a cool individual atheist. Are you atheist, Monty, or are you something different? I'm pretty sure you're
blowing his hair. That little stringy hair is fucking killing me.
atheist. So if you're atheist, we have something to talk about. Because I don't see how you get a universe without a prime mover. And science
How did
said
this
it
turn
now.
into a theological debate all of a sudden?
Because God is the only thing that holds this shit show together. Not the Hannibal and Monty shit show. The Shanny and Rev actual show of shit all over their house with urine and pee-pee and garbage.
He's trying to excuse his behavior by pointing out the people that he's railing against are like ungodly. So that's his excuse. That's basically where this like he thinks it's some kind of great fucking chess move, but it's like basic checkers where you just set yourself up to get triple jumped. It's really pathetic.
Half the people who like make arguments for God would do their side a huge favor if they just shut the fuck up. Because why the hell does God pick these people to represent him? I'll never understand it.
I love
the idea that's always worked for me. It's the most simple argument against the idea of wanting to go to heaven or some shit. I'm like, dude, look at all the people who claim they're going to go to heaven. You want to spend eternity with those fucks, with the Pat Robertsons, with the Kenneth Copelands, with the fucking Josh Fiersteins. You want to spend eternity with these fucks? Send me to hell. I'll take the George Carlins. I'll take the fucking the fun people.
They're not in hell.
Exactly.
They're somewhere better. They're somewhere better. They're at like, I don't know, Chick-fil-A. Well, shit, that's not that much better. I love the people that are only good. They're only good because of the Bible and God tells them to be good or they'll go to hell. I love those people that are only good because of that, right? Like they don't
then they'll go tell you, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, they don't believe that you can be an atheist and be good. You have to be a fucking... But then, on top of that, when you believe in the fucking Bible and you have to be good or you go to fucking hell and you preach the fucking Bible, but you're still not good.
They don't even have to be good.
What the
fuck? They don't believe that. They believe accepting Jesus is what gets them into heaven. They don't have
I
to be
accepted
good.
Jesus 9 times during a gangbang with some sodomites. Fuck off.
That's pretty much it. Like the guy who raped 30 women and is like serving out his life in prison. Like if he says, "Forgive me, Jesus," then he gets to go to heaven. Whereas the guy who donated like his time and money towards charities and helping those that are needy, if he's not a Christian, he doesn't get to go to heaven.
Right.
It's a really weird way of like. They really think it's by your belief and not your acts.
So like Hitler goes to heaven, but Gandhi goes to hell.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like that.
Exactly.
It's Santa Claus for idiots. That's all religion is.
It's an excuse for people to be bigoted. You'll notice a lot of far right extremist or white supremacist groups are pretty fucking religious, and that goes for other like hateful groups that extreme Islamic groups are extremely hateful and unforgiving in terms, and they use religion as an excuse, that kind of shit.
I believe in God, but I believe I'm God, so it's...
Oh, dude, I was just going to say, I believe you're God, too.
Thank you.
You're the motherfucking Fritz. You have one firm believer, man.
Moving on.
I can see you and
Monty.
hear you.
Yeah.
I mean, and not only that, what I'm hearing, I'm liking. I'm liking it a lot. So.
This is Romans 1:29, and you've heard it a billion times from G to the M to the N, A to the N, G-Man. You've heard it from him a billion times, okay? Romans 1:29 reads as such, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness.
You literally like uploaded
Had the
porn.
grossest OnlyFans account.
Yeah.
Dude, it's where his fucking gut is resting on her giant fat ass.
All Drunken Peasants viewers, donate now.
Yes, thank you.
Good interruption.
Yes. Yeah. I was about to do, what is it? Is it Dumb and Dumber? Or the Jim Carrey where he's like,
yeah.
That's those people are way too disgusting. Like Are you going to show a picture of Shani, or is she going to show? Because people need to
try
understand.
not to, but
I know, but they need to understand what we're talking about when you're talking like these people uploaded porn. You already see this half.
I guess I'll pull up their OnlyFans account.
No,
no.
They were uploading.
I'm convinced that they're the reason that OnlyFans said no more porn.
They were just uploading porn to Twitter and then like tagging people that I know, and and they all of a sudden like Pimp Monk got tagged, and he looks at it and it's like Shani holding the phone, but you can see Rev like he's getting her from behind, and she's like, yeah, fuck me, yeah, like that. Oh God, it was awful. She's got a deeper voice than he does, so she's all like, yeah, fuck me, Rev, and he's like, yeah, like that.
Shad.
No, you gotta shut up. I'm never gonna be able to get an erection again.
Yeah, Shan, you like this baby cat? We're making coleslaw, Shan. Yeah.
It's her. Yeah, you gotta know what she looks like in order for it to be complete.
Okay. Yeah, like Billy made me laugh so hard because we watched the video of her getting arrested, and he said she looked like Bam Bam Bigelow. I laughed my ass off.
Oh fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to fuck with people at my job and say extremely fucking funny things right when I'm handing them something very like heavy. Like if we're like, I work in a kitchen, but like, if we're putting the truck away or whatever, we get some heavy ass boxes, and right as I'm handing it to them, I'll say something funny as shit and try and get them to fucking like have to laugh and carry the heavy fucking box. It's fantastic. They hate me for it, but that's my biggest goal.
I think there was one picture of Shani there that would have made the best profile picture for like a Tinder. As long as you didn't swipe past that, you
angle?
might. Well, it was like a good picture of her. There was a good picture.
No, there was one there I saw where she looked like fucking. She was on the set of Walking Dead.
Covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy.
Is there anything more in here? Because I haven't watched this whole thing. Do you know?
I haven't watched any more of it either. I watched like the first 20 seconds
Let's
of
see
it.
how he wraps it up, and then we'll move on to something else.
I want to hear more preaching from this motherfucker.
What I always love when they cite Romans to insult people. Like they're just insulting people, and then they go to Romans because that's just Paul insulting people. Like that's supposed to be authoritative, because it's in the Bible, and it's just some ancient dude insulting people. That's all it is. It's a dude just like them that just wants to insult people different than them.
Yeah.
He ends it with the biggest one, because the sin of Sodom and Gomorrah was inhospitality. The sin of Sodom and Gomorrah was inhospitality. It was not homosexuality, and I don't know where that came from. But that's the truth.
It's because so if you're not familiar with this, who the hell doesn't know this story? But it's basically in Sodom and Gomorrah, they were all. That's where Sodomites comes from. Mm-hmm. They were doing the dirty, and they were all doing it to each other, and they all didn't give a fuck. And so God sent two angels down to try and
angel booty.
Yeah, he basically tried to send them down to talk sense into people, but the people were so incensed that they tried to rape the angels. Mm-hmm. And then the angels they went into was it Lot's house? He gave them shelter, and the mob was not happy about that. So in order to appease the mob, Lot offered them his daughters.
Yeah, for the mob.
Why does God come up with these schemes that don't work the first time? So they need contingencies. Like it's God,
dude. He's like, all right, plan B, pillars of fucking salt.
Well, if it's not a bad plan, right? Put some highly fuckable angels down on Earth, honeypot some fools, and get them to give up their daughters in exchange. It's a pretty sweet deal. By the way,
they were male angels.
They were male angels. Oh man. Oh man!
Important detail. They still wanted to fuck them. Everyone wanted to fuck the male angels.
Look,
the Bible is so fucking weird nowadays.
The
male
one
angels,
man. wanted to give up his daughters.
Didn't Lot's daughters also get him drunk and rape him?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Incestual. They fucked them, their dad in a tent or some shit. Like, thank you, Bible. For anytime. Dark Matter, by the way, is a connoisseur of weird porn. All right. All right. I'll have you know, I think it's because he spent so much time going over the Bible. I think it's put a little kink in him.
Have they made like an epic porn that is just retelling of the Bible?
Lot and his daughters.
No, not just Lot. Like literally every page, every piece of the Bible filmed as porn. Like you have a website, start and just put like each little section every week until you have the entire Bible done in porn.
Nice.
That would be freaking. That's awesome. A biblically correct porn. Start. I don't know where it starts. Does it start with Adam and Eve?
Yeah. Starts with Genesis.
You can start with
Dude, you're giving Dark Matter ideas. He's going to start animating biblical porn and put it on, put it on like OnlyFans and fucking, you know.
Hang on, stop talking so fast. I'm trying to write this shit down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I might start like a GoFuckMe or whatever. GoFundMe, what do they call them? Kickstarter. Do a Kickstarter.
Kickstarter.
I might start a Kickstarter to fund this.
Kickstarter.
Yeah.
What a fucking great dude. And then a spin-off of that is instead of Snapchat, we'll do Shat Chat. It's where you take pictures of your poop. Scat Chat. We'll take pictures of our shit and post it for all the creeps out there.
All right, this escalated very quickly.
So we have to talk about something else that happened. A lot of people in the chat are complaining about us not talking about it.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Cry.
So Kyle,
actually, before we go any further, I just want to say I got an inside tip from a friend of mine who's an investor. He's saying that we should invest. Burger King is actually going to start putting Burger Kings into prisons. There's big money in this.
They're going to put Burger Kings
into prisons. Yeah, they're upsetting the prison economy. Because the commissary economy has always been like ramen, Doritos, but now you can get Whoppers.
Dude, you know they're going to charge like $29 for a fucking Whopper up in jail.
A carton of cigarettes.
Dude, yeah.
So are you familiar with what happened years ago with the Non Sequitur show? Or are you familiar with that show?
Maybe if you jog my memory.
A little bit of backstory. I'm going to give our guests a little bit of backstory, and anyone who's watching that isn't aware of it. There was a stream called the Non Sequitur Show. We used to have both of the hosts on as guests quite frequently here, and it was building in popularity. It had a pretty decent fan base. It was making money, and then the one host decided he didn't want the other guy around anymore, and he wanted to basically fulfill his own vision of the channel, so he locked him out.
Dude, that's hilarious. That's what I just did with my podcast.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man. Drew is no longer a co-host on the podcast.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, damn.
Oh yeah, fuck that motherfucker. No, I'm kidding. It was a totally friendly split up. He's a very busy man. He works a lot, and he was getting no sleep between the podcast and him having to work shifts, and he's just got married, just bought a house. But so it's just Dark Matter and I at this point.
Oh, okay.
One thing you should know as well about the hosts is one of them was gay, and the other one was actually homosexual. So
okay. Anyway, so he basically stole the channel from the other guy, and it was all recorded. Like
that not happening.
This is the last conversation that they had.
We've got to have this looks familiar.
I mean, we can have.
They were about to stream, but Kyle wasn't going to be on. Like, he didn't want to be on the show with Steve, the guy he ended up stealing the channel from. Kyle wanted to have his friends come in and kind of start being on the channel with him more often, and he ended up just keeping the money and locking Steve out. And there's been a lawsuit that's been going on for I think like 3 years now.
Long time.
And I think a warrant was issued for Kyle because Kyle just didn't show up most of the time.
Okay, I'm still trying to write shit down. Okay, Sue Octopus.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're giving Dark Matter all kinds of ideas right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't paid. I've told him that his payment is coming. He gets paid in shrimp flavored ramen.
Not a bad ramen.
There is no fucking movie as far as
my favorite was the Oriental
this is why I
ramen.
said at the very beginning, if
Teriyaki
we're gonna
for
have flat Earth fucking bullshit on non sequitur, I
So,
want Steve McRae there.
He basically admits that they agreed that it was 50-50 split here, and that he's just going to steal it. So it went to court for a long time, and Kyle just kind of never showed up to court, even though he was being sued. So then eventually a warrant was issued, but they didn't just go and arrest him, but he got arrested for something yesterday. Oh, he has a rap sheet too. Like, here's all of his.
Hold up, are those all Kyle?
That's all Kyle.
Wow,
dude, he likes to change the hair up. I mean, I'm changing. You know, I've got the hawk going on, whatever, right now. But this guy really switched it. He looks like an actor playing 5 different roles.
He looks like
right
the
now.
Spirit Squad in WWE. The 5 wrestlers.
Nikki.
Yeah, this is like the Spirit Squad all together.
So the youngest picture of him here is he first went to jail when he was 25, and he's 35 now. There's like a whole.
By the way, this is why I'm very careful when I talk about like money with Dark Matter. I always say your cut, and not your half or anything
Your
like that.
share.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. I word it in a way that cannot be used against me in a court of law.
Ben, I'm gonna need you to pull this image up next to that one real quick. I gotta come into your inbox just a second. It's
almost like you can watch the midlife crisis happening in this series of photos.
It's pretty much Kyle, right?
Yeah.
That fucking cowlick on the
Right
top
here.
right.
There's not much difference there. That's the Spirit Squad, but that's also Kyle.
People were saying name the boy band.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I don't see. I feel okay.
You know, wait,
so
I'm
doing this because I don't know this.
Can you put that image back?
Which one?
It's perfectly the pictures, the smug shots.
Yeah.
The form. Yeah, that's the perfect political spectrum. It fits. Like you got right.
It's the cowlick thing on the fucking top right photo is driving me nuts.
That's the far right. That's a far right authoritarian. He's got the sides buzzed. The guy beneath him, he's got the button up. That's the proper right winger.
Okay,
right?
we have to go through them all and say which freaking character they're playing in the movie, because like bottom left looks like a NASCAR mechanic. Okay.
Upper left, he looks like the villain from The Fifth Element.
There we go. There you go. I'll take that.
Zorg. Yeah.
Zorg. Right. And the center one, he looks like some analyst that CNN would have on for a fucking bit. I don't know. Man, he really likes to change up his look.
Yeah,
he's actually pretty successful with it.
This is like
he
a
almost
decade.
looks like different people.
This is like over a decade here. So,
which one's the oldest one?
The oldest one is the one in the mid. Oh, you mean like where he's the youngest? I think it's bottom left.
Okay.
Bottom left, Talladega Nights.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what the NASCAR mechanic right there. And like top right, he looks like he could be like in a Vietnam movie or something like that.
He stole the channel, and there was so much backlash that he couldn't use it anymore because everyone was pissed at him. So he just abandoned it years ago, and it sat there just like stagnant.
What a fucking idiot! Look, people don't know when they've got something good. You know what I mean? Like you just fucking grin and bear it if it's like beneficial for everybody, even if it's not as perfect or exactly the way you want it. Like you compromise and you fucking accept it. Like, hey, it's successful, even though it's not like exactly the way I want it.
Yeah,
and that's my fucking. That's what working is, by the way. Like, I don't fucking go to work thinking everything is exactly how I would do it. Like, but I'm not there for me. I'm there for them, and they pay me to be there for them.
And if you
That's
can't
like how
keep doing
jobs
it,
work.
if you can't keep doing it, so this is 6 pictures here. So there's one even sooner.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. If you can't keep doing it, you don't just steal from the other person.
Right.
you absolve it in the best way you can.
Yeah. Amicably. And they could have even fucking agreed to be like, okay, we'll split it into we'll use the channel for 2 separate shows, and I'll do one at one point during the week, and you do yours at the other point during the week. We will label them appropriately, and people will watch whatever the fuck they want to watch, or both.
Tip train.
You know, like there are options. Dude.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been handled way better, and I don't think Kyle like counted on lawyers being fans of the show and being willing to help Steve sue him,
like pro bono.
Basically, yeah.
Dude,
This is a decade of dissension here. Like they're 25 to 35 years old. I don't have one mugshot, and I should knock on wood because who knows when I'll get one. But
I'll tell you the professions you want close to you. You want to have like a plumber living next door, or like an electrician, right? Or maybe a mechanic. These are the people you want close to you. What you don't want is for your enemies' good friends to like be lawyers. you will get fucked no matter what. Dude, the law is a very funny fucking thing. And we always think people are crazy for defending themselves because even a fucking like public defender knows the law to a basic degree that is far above the average person. The average person thinks they know the law, and they don't know how the law actually works. Our judiciary system is all over the fucking place. When you get charged with something, they charge you like 6 times over to make sure that it's fucking gonna stick. They're gonna get something. They've got some leverage on you. Like it's not a process you want to take on by yourself. And when you have lawyer friends, be wary of those. Don't fuck those people over. Basically.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
I was just say, speaking of, I mean, that's true about people thinking they know the law, but they don't. It's like, how many times have I seen snippets of people get asked to wear a mask and they start screaming about HIPAA. HIPAA, you're violating HIPAA.
Oh no. They'll call it hippo, or they'll call it fucking they'll do it HIPAA with 2 P's instead of 2 A's. Yeah. They just don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like, are you vaccinated? Well, that's against HIPAA. That has nothing. Go read a fucking law for once in your fucking life before you want to go quote it. Jesus fucking, it's embarrassing.
I guess because he wasn't showing up for court, they issued a warrant for him, but they didn't go find him. But then he fucked up again. He got arrested for some kind of assault. It said simple assault, whatever that means.
Dude, yeah, so real quick, this is reminding me of the last time we were on. We were talking about Chris Hansen.
Yeah.
Did they ever get him?
He was arrested for a short period of time.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with him now.
He's probably out of jail by now.
Probably able to make bail.
A simple assault. Yeah.
It's just if you punch someone, but if you're Bruce Lee, that's a complex assault.
It's assault in the second degree. Is what people are saying. You can be charged with simple assault in 2 situations: a failed battery attempt, like you attempted to cause serious physical harm to another individual. An example of this is attempting to strike someone but ultimately not making contact with their body. So it's like a failed assault.
A simpleton assault.
The defendant must have intended to threaten or scare an individual into believing they were going to hurt them. It's usually charged as a misdemeanor. It's the least serious form of assault. It's silly assault. They should just call it silly assault. Simple assault makes sense, but I just wish that we could all get along and do one big podcast and be happy. And I don't know, maybe we could all bake a cake and we could all sit down and share the slices of cake together.
I wish I could buy the world a line of Coke and live in harmony.
It's never that easy, though. You start doing the coke and your dick gets all fucking shriveled and all the girls get super wet and it's not conducive to a sexual party.
I forget which comedian it was, but he's like, it drains your bank account, shrivels your fucking dick, and still somehow makes you feel like the best fucking it's the most euphoric, powerful feeling ever or some shit. Like it is. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. Stay away from cocaine, people. Especially nowadays. Look, man, the shit you got nowadays is all stepped on. It's all stepped on hard, man. You overpaying. Dark Matter, tell him. Dark Matter slings coke.
No, I've never done any drugs.
He
but
does. He does. He steps on it so hard. He tells me about it all the time. I've got the text messages. He's like, dude, what you do is you use some freaking some numbing agent and some BC head powder, right? And then you fucking step on that shit hard. And then you fucking tell them it's real dark matter. I mean, you want to take over?
Maybe about 50% of the words you just said.
Yeah, you don't do coke. You do fucking dirty baby laxative.
Yeah, exactly. No,
I did watch a documentary about how they make cocaine, and it's just like super nasty. Just dumping chemicals into a vat and like mixing it.
Mashing it all up. It's a disgusting.
That's how you make
nasty
McDonald's burgers too, though.
Yeah, pretty much. When they say 100% beef, that means like if they put the cow eyeball in there, that's beef.
Don't do. I had a cheeseburger from McDonald's today.
Shit.
Don't say that.
Don't worry, Ben. We were extremely professional and kept this thing rolling.
Yeah, we did not talk about cocaine and eating cow eyeballs.
Nope, It didn't go there.
Cow eyeballs.
But we do know that Burger King is going to start serving in prisons now, so that's a plus.
That's
good.
That's
a net positive.
Did we ever get that explained to us? Does Kyle like Burger King a lot, or what? Like,
I think it's pretty obvious.
Someone in the chat tell me what the Burger King thing comes from.
Pretty obvious.
What is it?
Kyle obviously has an addiction to Whoppers.
That's what I thought.
Dude, a Whopper doesn't even fucking come with cheese?
Yeah, you can get it with cheese.
Yeah,
but traditionally there's no cheese.
I gotta fucking ask. I gotta pay extra for cheese on my Whopper.
Yeah,
Fuck
you don't need cheese.
Most fast food places do that. They charge like a little bit for cheese on.
Like obviously, Big Mac comes with
the Big
Mac quarter pounder says with cheese, quarter pounder with cheese. But I mean, it comes with it. The name is quarter pounder with cheese. Very rarely does somebody say, "I'll get a quarter pounder without cheese."
It's just a quarter pounder.
Yeah, you go to Wendys, you get the Baconator. It's got cheese, it's got bacon, it's got all that good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. If I understand lactose intolerance, I understand that's a bitch, but come on, man, is it really the same without cheese?
Yeah, so Whopper is not doesn't need cheese. A Whopper is an old style burger before they started dropping cheese on that.
I worked at Burger King for 2 weeks in between jobs when I was younger.
In prison?
And yes, yes, actually, I worked. Yeah, but that place is. I mean, it's okay. It's not like soup, but the way they cook it, when they say like flame broiled, it's just a fucking pizza oven with like
flames,
with little flames in there, and that you put a fucking frozen patty through, and it comes out fucking cooked.
Right, and they pump that smoke out all day too. Burger King looks like it's on fire.
Do you know what broiling is though? That is flame broiled.
Sure. I mean, yeah. It
are the grill marks on it?
Whatever, but like.
Are the grill marks on it before it's cooked?
As far as I can remember, it's part of the like chain. So you know how a pizza oven works? It rolls through. There's like a chain system. So the way that they made the grates on the chain look like grill marks. And I've also like
break the chain.
I worked at a Chili's, and they did like it was called like the kitchen of the future, and they got rid of the grill and put in a glorified 3-level pizza oven called the CTX that like infrared cooked, and you would put the chicken on pans that had grill marks on them so that it would look like it was grilled. It was it was the most disgusting shit I've ever seen. People just stopped eating there. I'm pretty sure they've reverted back to like the old school by now, because like that is just, nobody wants that.
I don't
microwave tasting chicken.
I don't think you're gonna get a fast food restaurant where like the final product is as good as it is compared to how horrible it is when it starts than Arby's. Like the Arby's, their beef and cheddars. Have you seen what a Arby's beef looks like? It's like a gelatinous nasty that they have to like hoof cook and then slice, chip off. But it's not beef. It's something else.
Dude, they have the meats.
They got
one of my favorite commercials ever is where Arby's had, I guess in the past, had 2 special sandwiches, and they made a commercial for it. And then a couple years later, they brought back one of the sandwiches, but not the other. And they just played the old commercial and blurred out the old sandwich.
Ben, I got some behind the scenes here for you. We can pull this up, and we can look at how we're gonna.
Are you gonna ruin Arby's for me?
No, not Arby's. This is Burger King, though. They're gonna have to sneak one of these into the prison now. And that's who's gonna keister this?
Kyle can do it.
You're gonna keister this entire machine, dump it out in like a hole you dug into the wall. It's like Andy Dufresne been spooning the wall for 6 months just to fit the damn conveyor belt in there. So there's no grill marks on these burgers. They go into this flame broil machine.
Yeah, I told you it's a fucking pizza oven.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking pizza oven for burgers.
Look at that. Delicious. Yum, yum, yum.
Boo.
Dude, and they're so thin.
Boo.
Boo, Burger Knop.
Run for mayor.
Okay, that's the flame. That's the flame part in there.
It's like a toaster.
Yeah, exactly.
Where's the flame?
Burger toaster. Flame broiled, they said.
The flame is in the middle.
I don't see any actual fire.
It's in this.
And then
it's
you're
in the
gonna
middle.
wait. And to follow through
Look at that flame. You see that flame? Y'all see that? Y'all see that flame, Ben?
Y'all see?
Y'all see that flame?
No, I don't see it.
Look at that flame. Y'all see that flame?
Okay, there it is.
Y'all see that flame?
You know what that is? That's fat dripping onto those fucking hot bars, the toaster bars.
That's how the flame happens.
That's the flame. That's all the flame. So you're going to have the nerve to bring it back. You're going to have the nerve to serve me that without fucking cheese?
What? You get, on a Whopper, you get lettuce, you get tomato, you get onion, you get mayonnaise, you get ketchup. That's more than enough. You don't need cheese at that point. You got a gigantic sesame seed bun?
Gigantic.
I'm a chef by trade, so if I'm doing a burger, first of all, I'm fucking hand pressing that bitch and grilling it myself. But I'm also the type that I'll get like a horseradish cheddar or something like that to put on it to like kind of gourmet it up a bit. You're not gonna catch me. First of all, I don't even eat this shit.
Okay,
with cheese or
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If you're telling me you're a gourmet, this shouldn't even be in your damn lexicon at this point. Like you, who cares what the peasants eat? You're over here with neutered chip chiffon, Giacomo cheddar Decio. Like this. That's big.
If I'm eating Burger King, it's probably like a breakfast fucking sausage, egg, cheese croissant or something like that I don't feel like making myself.
Are you grilling like Wagyu burgers? Is that what you're doing?
Oh, I like at least, so I mean, basic fucking rules. Your burger, it should always be fucking fatty. That's how you get a goddamn juicy ass burger. Also, get your grill hot as fuck. I don't care if you like it medium rare or whatever. Hot as fuck before you put it on there. You want to sear the juices in, and then always let it rest after you fucking pull it off the grill. Because if you fucking fuck with it too much, you'll lose a lot of the juiciness of the burger. Also, if I'm going to give you a pro tip, play around with fucking different styles of buns. If you know what I mean. I mean, fucking go with your brioche, go with your fucking potato bun, go with your fucking pretzel buns. Those are fucking, you can have a lot of fun and make a simple fucking burger taste incredible just by upping your standards on like the cheese and the fucking bun.
Same thing with foreplay. Like, don't just settle for insertion. Play around with the buns.
This looks gross, and I want to stop watching.
What? How's this look gross?
It looks gross.
That's technology.
Look how they
action.
came out. No. You got to show how they were coming out.
They were flame broiled.
They were like plopping out.
They were flame broiled.
They were fucking thin, like smashed hockey pucks.
That was some flame broil right there.
Disgusting. Yeah.
What bothered me was that the nasty metal thing they were falling on.
Yeah, it was all dirty. And
I guarantee you, if you compare how it's cooked at McDonald's or like Jack in the Box,
they use a clam grill there at McDonald's. They use it's almost like a George Foreman grill.
You worked at Wendys. What was more impressive, that or Wendys?
Wendys is better than that.
Huh?
Yeah,
easily.
Wendys uses fresh, never frozen beef, and they have their Twitter account is handled by a fucking legend.
Yeah.
They're fucking.
They have a Discord server now too. Wendy's.
Are you a member of Wendy's Discord server?
I'm not, but people were talking about it, and Wendy was in there. You know, not like.
Was it real Wendy?
No, it's whoever.
Wendy.
It's whoever runs.
Are you
that
telling
shit.
me that there's fans of the show that are telling you that they got catfished by Wendy?
Well, they were in there. They were in there.
Honestly, it's no biggie.
No Biggie.
Oh, wow.
Oh, they got rid of the Biggie size. Like Super Size Me, that movie made all the fast food restaurants like change the names of their like big size.
Yeah.
Like
now it's large.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what. Yeah, the burgers never frozen. That is true, and they're cooked on a flatbed grill. And you're supposed to smash them down. Like they tell us, like when you first put it on the grill, you do like a 4-corner press where you smash down each corner of it, and then it comes back together slowly. I don't know. Yeah, Wendy's best fast food out of the top, best burger out of the top 3 burger chains. I would say.
I don't know what you guys have over there, but like I have Culver's over here, which is pretty good.
Yeah, we don't have.
It's more of a.
It's
like a higher end steak and shake.
Yeah.
But like In-N-Out Burger, obviously, if you guys Burger Fi we have over here, or is fucking dude, Whataburger. There you go. Burger Fi. I don't know if you guys have a Burger Fi in your area, try that shit. Try the CEO. Shit is fucking fantastic.
We have a very beloved local burger chain here called Dick's. Okay, so you can eat a bag of Dick's.
Dude, nice.
Yeah,
dude. We have a thing over here called Dick's Last Resort, and it's lit. You've got that?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they have those all over
Vegas. That's only where I've been to.
They had one in
Vegas.
Columbus for a while. They're rude to you. They put paper hats on you and that kind of shit. Yeah,
I worked with a chick that was like a boss at a place I worked at, and her husband fucking is like part owner of that shit.
Huh. Really?
Yeah. I was always like, dude, she's like, go anytime you want. It's like your tab will be covered. They'll insult you for free.
Yeah, like they insult you. It's back and forth. They put weird hats on your head. If you can make the waitress cry, you get to fuck her in the bathroom. It's like
another
it's an interesting place.
Another burger place I like is Shake Shack.
Yeah. Only one. I think I've only eaten there once. But yeah, it was. If I remember it correctly, it was good.
Good stuff. What else do we have here? We have.
But you get me high enough, I'll eat White Castle and tell you it's fucking gourmet.
Yeah, I don't like White. Oh God.
I'd said if you get me high enough. Oh no, you have to.
Anyway, let's play some Nick Fuentes. You know about
Dick's
him?
Last Resort follows me on Twitter. I just went to their Twitter page, and they're also followed by Post Malone.
You know,
that's impressive.
Did you tag Dick's Last Resort when we were eating there in Vegas? That might be why they
Maybe,
follow you.
yeah.
Yeah.
They follow like 142 people. Like
it's not a lot.
They think I'm special.
Okay, cool.
You're saying, well, don't use
No
the
wonder
moral
I fucked.
argument
Maybe
in a
not everybody can fuck the waitress in the bathroom. But
moral universe on a moral issue.
Might have
It
just
is a
been me.
moral argument. You know? And religious morality is not relative. It's a definition of objective. I mean, the definition of religious morality is that we have a religious, or rather, moral authority. Those are the only people that have moral authority. Those are the only people that
say so.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's a white nationalist.
Until you get caught giving oral authority in a bathroom, and you I slipped up in the eyes of the Lord.
that have morality are people that are religious. Where does your morality come from if you're a materialist? If you're an atheist,
it
if
comes
you don't
from the same place it does when you're, or not the same. You thinking that it comes from a God on high doesn't mean that it is. It's still coming from the same place as other moral concepts.
Yeah.
You're just adding an air of authority to it.
Yeah, then he uses
it's
that
literally argumentum ad populum.
Yeah, but then he uses his so-called objective morality to justify his white nationalism.
Yeah.
believe in God, if you don't believe
Yeah.
in the supernatural, all you believe.
He's Catholic. It's funny, like that's the religion of choice of like these kind of crypto fascist kind of people.
Well, Italy, you know, I mean, they were an Axis power.
Yeah.
Isn't this the asshole that like threw a fit on a flight and then complained about being on the no-fly list, like he was being targeted by the government or some shit?
Yeah.
Yeah. When you freak the fuck out, like I don't even think it was once. I think it was twice at least. Like had freakouts on flights and then got put on a no-fly list. Like, what did you think was? And then play the victim.
There's
after
also
you have these meltdowns.
He was at the Capitol protest. He didn't go in himself, but a lot of his followers went in. Because
he wouldn't have the balls to go in himself.
Religious persecution is that big juice, though. People love getting that big juice, that victim juice. People like the people.
No, he
who,
doesn't like Jews.
People like to play victim when they can't play actual like daddy, right? If you're not at the top of your fucking game, the best game you can play is victim. So fuck all you victims out there, every single one of you. If you feel personally victimized by anybody, you're a beta bitch.
Even is the natural. And all that is natural is material. Different combinations of, molecules or atoms or whatever. And what difference does it make if you blow somebody's head off? You're just, rearranging matter.
Why wouldn't that make a difference? Just rearranging matter.
Because it's not your matter to rearrange, dumbass.
Yeah, it's so fucking stupid.
Like there's a personal respect that you have for yourself and the people around you. And if you can't find morality in that, you're a fucking idiot.
Dude, if you're not a follower of Jesus Christ, why are you not injecting methamphetamine into your eyeballs and your anus?
Honestly, I'll do it.
Why don't you just blow somebody away to send them to heaven immediately?
Yeah.
That's the other thing is like they're so scared to fucking die. Like Pat Robertson was recently talking about how he thinks God is going to give him another God, how long was it? It's like it was some specific amount of time, and I was like, oh my God, Pat's going to be fucking like melted by then. But it's like, why are you so scared to go to fucking heaven? Is it because you got some doubts? Yeah. Like seriously, go step in front of obviously you can't just kill yourself, but if a religious person gets cancer, they pray and get chemo. Funny how that fucking works.
Well, it's all just it's the biggest grift, right? It's the easiest grift because it's the grift that you've been indoctrinated into believing since you were born. You when you're down on your luck, you have nowhere to turn. The churches are there to take you in and bring you into the grift as well. It's where people go when they ain't got anything better to do. And there's a lot of people that have much better to do.
That's right. The church and Ian Miles Chong.
God,
are both the worst grifter. By the way, I had to unfollow the motherfucker. I just couldn't take it anymore.
You were following.
Oh, I had. Yeah. How else am I supposed to follow? Like keep up on his bullshit?
See,
like 9 out of 10 tweets were about that motherfucker and the ridiculousness.
I make sure.
And the stupid shit that he liked and oh fuck it. Ugh, no,
I make
no
sure
more.
for every person like Ian Miles Chong that I follow 10 OnlyFans style accounts, so that there's like one shit take and then one actual shit hole. Like it'll go.
Yeah, that's
like
a good ratio.
10 shit holes for every shit take.
I'll admit, on Twitter I follow like one OnlyFans style account, and it's because I forget who the fuck I was following that liked it, but I was like the cosplay style of this chick. I mean, it doesn't hurt that she's hot as shit, but I was like, you know what? Guilty pleasures. I'm gonna click that fucking follow.
Don't feel guilty. You're celebrating the arts.
Yeah, the art, dude. Let me tell you, there are tasteful, but there are how to word it, lips involved. Does that clarify?
Is it like a mammal toe situation, or is it just full on drip?
No. It's there's underwear going on somewhere in there.
Okay, there's ladies that watch this show, right? There's ladies that watch this show. Do you know what a gusset is? You guys know what a gusset is?
No. Oh, I didn't know if you were asking us or the ladies.
Yeah, the ladies should probably. If they don't know what a gusset is, they know. Sticky nose. The gusset is like the little panties pocket that's in every pair of panties. Like if you ever noticed in the crotch of the panties, there's like a pocket sewn in. And I want the ladies watching right now, in the form of donations or just like whatever, to tell, if you're in the fan chat, put it there. Pleb chat, put it there. Donations, whatever. What do you keep in your little gusset pocket, in your panty pocket? Like, I heard some girls will keep like tater tots in there. Like, what do you guys keep in your gusset, your panty pocket? Let me know,
dude. You're ruining so much shit for me right now. Like now you've just ruined tater tots for me.
What? Why?
Especially, dude. No, well, because it's not the tater tots themselves, like whatever, right? It's the like I dip my tater tots in ketchup. Right.
Mr. Joe Biden says the podcast is for storing beef jerky. Honest Red says weed. Sweet Girl says crystals. Nice
thing in that.
Chesh keeps change for the bus in her gusset.
I think Ben is trying to tell us he's done with the fucking gusset combo. Let's watch more Nick Fuentes.
All the morality, if you could call it that, or ethics or anything of an atheist is completely subjective. Completely,
Sticky
contingent.
keeps a cyanide capsule there.
So
Calificent keeps their gun in their
premise. I mean, you
gusset.
just don't even understand what you're talking
Is that
about.
a gun in your gusset?
But I mean, in essence, what you're talking about is murder. You're saying, what's your argument against murder? And don't use morality as an argument, because morality is subjective. Well, the answer is that morality is objective, and it is morally wrong, and you either live in a moral universe or you don't. If you don't live in a moral universe, then you could do anything. You can murder one person, you can murder...
Let me clarify this for Nick. We do not live in a moral universe. We live in a giant, uncaring fucking universe that this planet is inconsequential in the big scheme of things. If you adjust your perspective to understand that we are simply a single planet in a solar system surrounding a single star with a single moon, like it's in a gravitational orbital system, like that doesn't mean shit. The sun is not brighter than any other star out there or some shit. And there are millions, billions, trillions of other fucking like even orbital systems. It's fucking vast. You think you're special. You really do, but like humans on the grand scheme of things are just basically fucking ants.
But we're ants that are able to create something called civilization. And due
Sure,
to
and
civilization, we do have a group morality. It's not based on your religion. That's someone trying to grift morality for themselves. We do, as civilized people, subscribe to a morality of personal responsibility, the respecting the property of others, including their brain matter. Like these certain things. And Christianity actually violates a lot of those civilized perspectives. They take away the ability to control your atomic matters and your body matters. You say, no, you can't have control over your womb. Once you put a little cummy in there, you're gonna free rent. We're living free rent in your gut.
And what Nick's talking about is divine command theory has basically been defeated since the ancient Greeks. And they're still talking about this shit like it's some snazzy new thing.
Yeah, they got it. It's amazing how like repressive they act while acting so like free to do whatever they want at the same time. It's a real like, I don't know. It always throws me off because they're like, they love America for its freedom. And then they love Christianity for taking away pretty much those freedoms, like freedom of speech. And then they're like, thou shalt have no God before me. You know what I mean? And they love the two things at the same time, even though they contradict each other completely.
They'll be pissed off about the Taliban taking over Afghanistan and then long for all the things the Taliban does.
Exactly. The Christian Taliban here in America fucking wishes they could get away. They got their guns. They got their freaking, they got everything in their Bibles where they're ready to fucking do the same shit if given the opportunity.
Impose their religion, keep the women at home. The girls can't go to school. Fucking
no abortion.
No porn, no abortion, nothing like that.
And then these fucking madmen have the audacity to say, well, it's better here than it is there, so stop complaining. We don't just stop because we're better.
Here into there.
Yeah, we don't just stop because we're better than the worst fucking place. We try and advance to the point where we're better than we ever could have fathomed because we didn't impede on our own success. But that's the problem we have.
Better despite you. You people that want to take us back to the old days. That's why we're better, is because we move beyond the times that you're obsessed with.
No, that's a progression, which is change, which is scary. Can't have none of that.
Richie Blackett in the pleb chat says, another depressing fact, the majority of crime is unsolved. Most criminals get away with their crimes, no matter how heinous. How about this is for depressing? How about this for depressing? The amount of people that get charged with those crimes that do get solved, and they're not the guilty party. They were wrongfully accused and wrongfully committed. And then the amount of people who were charged with a crime, and because they had enough money to fight it in a court of law, they bought their way out of the crime.
All of this.
And if you want to stay depressed. How many people out there live their life and don't break the law and still live happy lives while they're stuck under this system of oppression? Be happy anyways. Be happy. Don't worry. Be happy.
All you can try to do. It's all you can try to do. And if you really want to be happy, treat yourself to a real burger, not Burger King. Okay.
Hey, when the Whopper was $1 or 99 cents, I don't care if there was cheese on it or not. That was the best days of my life. Black Lotus Magic Card was $150. I would walk down to the frickin' Burger King from high school. I would go to the Burger King, get 4 Whoppers with my $5 bill and a little sip something. And I'd go to the card shop. I'd look at the $150 Black Lotus and be like, I should buy that. I wouldn't. I didn't. I never did. That's worth like $10,000 now.
Of course.
TJ, you worked in restaurants. You should open up a burger president to fight the monarchy of Burger King.
I've worked in enough kitchens to almost be smart. Like I'm not a dumb guy. I got a passion in the kitchen, right? It's just something. I have a degree. a business degree and all that bullshit. I was going to open up my own business. I could probably do it. Restaurants, especially fucking new restaurants and shit like that, are just such a high failure rate. You can have the best idea. You can do everything right and still not fucking hit it off.
I have a lot of clout in this city, Seattle. I feel like if anybody wants to invest, we open a restaurant here in Seattle, call it Burger Peasant. Okay, it's better than Burger King because it's for the people. We'll do Burger Peasant. We'll invest. We'll open in Seattle, and we'll make like I don't know, $60.
$60,
dude. Yeah, seriously.
For the people.
I wanted to show you guys this airport freak out. Look at this guy.
Oh yeah, this is Keemstar.
You're getting into my content now, all right? I had this set up in my podcast.
Oh my God!
He's so tough.
Yeah.
He's so tough.
Shout out to. Oh my God!
Shit.
Why would you do this at the airport?
Dude. So
why would you do this? Oh, is he about to? Is he about to throw that?
He's gonna throw it, not swing it at somebody. He's gonna throw this one. And
that's not Molnir. Like he's not worthy of picking up Molnir. He's picking up.
Wow. Oh my God.
Oh my God. You sissy. Throw it at the people if you're going to throw it. You literal temper tantrum. I'd have had more respect for him if he threw it at the people. Because at least he's like, at least he's standing by his violence. But this is bitch baby temper tantrum garbage. At this point in time, he shouldn't go to prison. Everybody who's watching this live should hold him down, duct tape him to a wall, and one by one come and punt him in the nuts. And then let him go.
So I have further there are further details on this. This happened in Miami.
Is this because of masks?
So kind of. From what I understand, this guy he's a vet, by the way, and they took him to the hospital after this because he's a vet in crisis is what they called this.
Yeah.
So apparently he got into a fight with his girlfriend, tried to follow her into the bathroom there or some shit, and it was like right next to their gate, so it was witnessed by the people. And then he came, and they wouldn't let him on the plane. And I don't know if maybe he took that as it's because I'm not wearing a mask, instead of no, we just witnessed you like get into a like altercation with your girlfriend or whoever it is. Anyway, he was taken in for like being a vet in crisis, but this is pretty fucking unacceptable. We were talking about like how society works. Like this can't just go unpunished.
Yeah, like if we did this, we'd be locked up.
Absolutely. There's no like fucking, oh dude, but they were they streamed on YouTube, bro. Like they got a lot of stress going on. Like right. Like I get it, like being a vet is a different level of fucking stress, but you can't just let that be an excuse for your I don't know.
This is
taking
why
personal responsibility is rare among the take personal responsibility crowd.
This is why he's got vet privilege. Because immediately when I was told he was a vet, I felt bad for him. I was like, oh, fuck. But then I'm thinking about it, and it doesn't excuse the behavior at all.
The military fucks with you, man. Like Dark Matter's a vet. I've lived on Army bases like throughout a good chunk of my fucking life. I've also lived in Saudi Arabia. And I've lived in some crazy ass fucking places. So like I get it, like but some people don't handle it well. When you put all that extra stress, especially military, like who knows what this fucking poor guy has seen. But at the same time, first of all, you were fighting with your girlfriend at the airport, and to the degree where they are now not going to let you on the fucking plane, and now you're fighting and throwing shit around. Like you're not convincing everyone that you're okay. Is I guess my point.
Can we start
the military?
Yeah,
the military had the opposite effect. I mean, like the military is way more stressful than dealing with shit at an airport. So like I'm pretty relaxed.
Yeah.
Most times in the civilian world. And it's like you I don't know. I remember
I'm I'm not a military guy. I feel like going through the military would give you a level of discipline and patience, having to like, do everything that they make you do. Like, it's you learn to be on time. You learn to do all this other things. I feel like airport, you would be smooth sailing because of your military experience. So there's obviously something here that is
also if you're in the military, you have a higher chance of like, I guess, going through some extremely fucking traumatic shit.
Exactly.
And that would cause you to fucking. But this seems like a pissed off, like roid ragey type moment.
This is a temper tantrum
more than a fucking exactly. This is a temper tantrum, not a fucking like I think I'm back in the Gulf or some shit.
Yeah, you hear about cases like that, and it's like a guy hiding under his car because he's worried about a sniper or something.
This guy's just a real big prick that happened to be in the military.
He's showing off. He wants to roll up his sleeves. I love this bald guy. For once, there's a bald guy that stands up.
They should have pounced on him right here.
Yeah. By the way, that's the first real punch he's thrown, and all he did was fucking fall on his ass.
Right.
And bald dude walks up, is probably from like Brooklyn or some shit, and he's like, not having it. Walks right up on dude. He's not standing back like everyone else.
You know what?
3 bald dudes. Bald people unite. Yes.
If I sit down, down to eat with this guy, and I finish my meal before he does, I'm revoking his military cred. I'm taking it away. If he doesn't eat faster than me, I don't think he was really in the military.
There's also another angle of it here too. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good angle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Maybe he just wasn't dealt a good hand. But we can all be united in agreeing that he's acting like an asshole.
Yeah.
A lot of these people from the Southwest do act like that, TJ.
Well, they have the spirit, Dark Matter.
Do you think
it's a new
these guys
frontier out there?
You think these guys are bald because they had bad airlines?
That's probably the best of all the fucking puns. This son of a bitch just fucking chef kissed it right on top. Son of a bitch, I love you.
This guy was a prick, though. I hope he gets the attention he needs, and I hope they ban him from having a girlfriend and also going at the airport. They're
going to put him on the no-fly list, and he's going to bitch like Nick Fuentes. Like, well, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand why.
He should go no-fly, and they should start revoking your rights to have a girlfriend. If you do stuff like this in public, you shouldn't have a girlfriend. 6 months probation, no girlfriend. After 6 months...
Would you feel safer if this guy was armed?
I mean, I think he'd be dealt with a little quicker if he was. The fact that he wasn't probably benefited his temper tantrum. If he pulled a gun out, he'd probably be done.
So he couldn't have gotten through with a gun.
Yeah,
that's probably the only reason he's not fucking carrying right now.
Right. This dude wouldn't act this way if he was aware there was no Burger King in prison. That's the problem. These people have no problem going to prison because they just think there's Burger Kings in there. Well, there's not.
Can I get the vet discount on the 5-piece nuggets? Oh, fuck me. All
right. I guess we should read the Streamlabs.
Real quick before we move forward. Can I ask if Joe Live Life ever responded to that last coverage we did of him?
Not that I'm aware of.
You had mentioned that you thought he might say something, and I was wondering because I don't know. As far as I know, he's been silent. I don't know what he's doing anymore, but he's always fun to
I don't think he
check in on.
Let's.
While you look, I'll start reading.
He probably just licked his literal fucking wounds and moved on
his hands.
Yeah.
XPZ 2014. So pretty sure the way Burger King makes burgers burns the shit out of them and makes them more carcinogenic.
You need to get over the idea that being in the military makes you a good person. There are plenty of POS who join the military for selfish reasons, to avoid incarceration or because they're just reckless with their lives.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad people who go into the military and come out bad people. There's a lot of bad people that go in the military and come out good people. There's a lot of good people that go into the military and come out bad people. It's a process. You don't know exactly how it's going to hit you. Hopefully, it helps more than it hurts. I know it helps a lot of people when the big budgets come through and we're able to have a $600 billion military defense every year. I know that helps a lot of people get rich. I don't know. It's a good social program for the bottom too, but but this guy should fight Crazy Lokes, says B-Ball Julian. With them things.
Dude, Crazy Lokes, with them things, bro.
With them things.
For reals,
Won't
though.
quit. For reals, though. Dude,
Yeah,
Crazy Lokes, my boy. Dude.
I knew a lot of good dudes in the army, but there were some who I knew just wanted to legally kill people.
Yeah.
Dark Matter went into the army as a half decent person, came out as a total pervert. So,
where were you deployed?
Oh, I served in the period
Afghanistan
between the first Gulf War and 9/11. So I trained for Bosnia, but by the time my training was done, I didn't have to go. So I didn't serve in any combat.
He literally threw himself out of airplanes with a parachute for nothing.
Yeah. For nothing.
Yeah.
Did you experience any perverse nature that would add to your personal jollies, like while you're in your personal jollies? Was there like weird bunk bed fapping sessions or something?
Yeah, tell him about the Japanese incest butt wall porn.
That's what I want to know about.
The Japanese incest butt wall porn is a pornographic game show that I stumbled across accidentally, found that it was funny, and mistakenly shared it with the goddamn podcast because I thought it was hilarious, and they took it as to be my new fetish.
Never feel bad about sharing Japanese butt porn wall fetish walls. I don't know what it is. Game show. Incest.
Don't forget incest.
Okay,
yeah.
so what's happening is there's a bunch of butts in the wall, and you have to guess which butt you're fucking, and one of them might be your sister or mom or something.
Yes.
That's a good game.
Wait. It sounds like you are way too familiar with this, sir. You
I
hit
just was
every
trying-
nail on the head immediately.
Because you guys told me what it was, and I was able to explain it to our audience.
You explained it so good.
Yeah, because I have a.
We had no idea. We had never. Neither of us had ever seen that shit before.
You were the one that said yes when I explained it. You obviously had seen it. I was spelling it out for our audience who might not have the deduction skills that I do.
Dude, well, at least you only had to explain it to your audience, because on the podcast we had Dark Matter explain it to his wife
while she was in the wall with his sister and 4 strangers.
Exactly.
It's a horrible place to be.
All right.
Fucker.
Arduino Garcia gave us some big love. Digital Demonic Davros said tricks are for kids. XPZ said, I always think it's funny. The most atheist, least religious countries like Japan or Finland have like 50 times less homicide rate than the good old US of A. Ooh. Garcia gave us that big love. Thank you again. The Karen 12 says $5. Got to go now. Have a good show, boys. And that gets us all caught up on the tip train. If you guys want to help us get closer to our goal, this is the first show of the week, and we're going to have our last show on Thursday. Usually we rely on Big Time Saturday to come through, so any help now will help us loosen our buttholes throughout the rest of the shows this week. Thank you.
Thank you.
That is correct. I heard this is a rare Monday show.
It is.
So get it in there.
Could he disappear? Could he disappear? Could he disappear? Could he
disappear?
All right.
Fucking... Yo, I gotta say that you have the most fantastic little intros to your segments. You stole our fucking format. We're gonna steal your fucking intros to your segments.
Just use our exact segments. Use the exact ones.
No. I'll come up with a much more half-assed version.
No,
but it's fantastic. It really does set everything apart. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have you ever had Dots pretzels before, Ben?
No.
They're really good. I found Dots pork rinds. They're seasoned with Dots.
We're always talking about food.
Yes. Our audience, much like us, eat food. And they like to know when we have good snacks and treats.
Okay. Well, here's some KJK for you.
Let me show off my.
I like those Zaps's bomb cakes.
And I got a surprise for y'all, kitties.
What? Where do you get hatch chili pork rinds? Where do you get those? I want those.
I've had those.
Where?
I got a surprise.
I think I got them at.
Surprise for y'all.
Seems like you could have started the video in the location.
This guy is he's an interesting fellow, but he's a nice guy.
Want some, Ben?
Sure, thank you.
Oh wow.
See y'all.
He's got kittens.
Dude, as soon as you started playing this, my fucking cat jumps in my lap and decides, by the way, this is Keanu. Say hi, Keanu.
Hello, cat.
So I know y'all can see.
I cannot see them, KJ. Oh, I think I can a little bit in the blue crate.
See the kitties?
Yeah.
Someone's got to adopt these cats.
See, I'm gonna go around.
I'm gonna go around
in a circle.
Where do you get them?
I don't know.
What? He walks very strangely.
So I'm gonna show y'all from right here.
He's an
I guess
interesting
he's
fellow.
trying to film.
He's carrying a laptop around to film.
That makes more sense. All right, Keanu.
You see the kitty, y'all?
See the
I
kitty,
see
y'all?
him.
See my cute kitties?
I see a cute
I
kitty.
thought we were on our way to see titties. I'm kind
Kitties.
of disappointed.
How many kittens are in there?
That's a lot.
It's hard to tell, but like 5, maybe?
At least. Jesus, I can hear 5 kittens.
Yep.
All right, Keanu.
See the kitty, y'all?
See the kitties, y'all? I mean, that's his videos are mostly him just like repeating the same shit.
Dude,
like,
he doesn't like fucking pull of mice and men after this, right?
No.
I hope not.
No.
Jesus
no.
fucking Christ.
We're gonna need to check up on these kitties soon. If he loves them and squeezes them,
just so
and hugs
soft.
them,
I hope not. I don't think so.
You see, what's the guy?
He
from
seems
the Green
pretty
Mile?
harmless.
so was
Yeah, so
was
did
the
John
mice and men.
Coffey. So did John Coffey before he sucked the weird bugs out of people.
Well, that was a good thing, wasn't it?
See, I'll go back on the other side.
He's gonna do it again. See the kittens, y'all?
Wait, why is he keep going around?
He
He's
came
like
from the
walking
other
at-
side. He could have just walked around to the other side, but he walked all
he's
the way
done it,
around
like,
the house.
Twice now. This is the kind of guy who fucking like opens and closes his refrigerator door 6 times.
He knows how to build up suspense.
Yeah, and he one day I saw a comment on one of our videos that said, "Don't Google Kevin Joseph King and click on the video section." So I did it, and
naturally,
and this dude has like porn out there, like solo performance porn.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say fuck the kittens.
No.
Oh, thank God.
Jesus.
No.
Oh God.
No, I believe that would be illegal.
That would not be a very sweet boy thing to do.
I think that's illegal, actually.
I don't know. I've fucked some sweet kitties in my time.
See y'all.
By the way, Dark Matter, that will never be a Streamlabs.
I know.
All right. Oh, check this out.
Okay, I'm going to tell you a little small tale, pun intended. This was how I discovered I had a very small penis. And I just want to discuss openly lay my cards on the table as a form of a therapeutic exercise, and anyone who's lacking in the bulge department to let you know you're not alone, and trying to destigmatize the whole small penis thing. So
he's trying to destigmatize the small penis thing.
Is it possible that you could have a small penis and not know? Like where you just think it's normal?
I mean, maybe you convince yourself or something?
Without convincing. Like you just, your whole life, you never looked at anybody else's dick. You never like went and searched for like a pornos or nothing. And
yeah, but see, that's the thing with pornos. So it can be like, depends on what you're searching for, and can lead you to dark matter. Tell them. It can lead you
tell them.
It's if you're searching freaking a bunch of like mandingo shit, you're probably gonna think that you're undersized anyway. But
where did you find this video of me?
Seriously, like, why would you make film yourself do it anonymously, like on a blog?
Yeah,
or like just or something like that. Don't you're just setting yourself up for like fucking internet infamy.
Youth group, we used to sneak away to go skinny dipping. After our church little jam session we would have every Friday night back in my small little hometown. And we got there, and basically the girls ambushed the dudes, and they made it seem like they were going to take their clothes off first, and then they yanked our shorts down. And when they yanked mine down, oh man, you could hear a pin drop, because all the girls
just... Yeah, that was your penis.
He had his pants.
Gasp. And they were saying, oh, it's like a white Tootsie Roll. It's the smallest thing I've ever seen. And I had never seen any other guys naked up until that point. I'd never gone to school, so I'd never been in the gym locker room. So I wasn't allowed to watch late night TV. We didn't have HBO, Cinemax.
My guy was homeschooled. Never saw another penis. Thought he was just fine. Until the other Christian girls, after going to church, pantsed him at the fucking quarry. And he realizes he's got a small dick in front of his colleagues. He doesn't go to school, so these are like probably the closest friendships he's ever made. And they all start cracking up at him.
That is brutal.
Until his little pin drops.
I wonder if his dad had a small ding dong and it got passed down. And his dad only had sex because of Christianity, and like the mom never looked at the penis before they got married on her wedding night. She saw he was working with a fucking Tootsie Roll because she was such a good Christian. She was like, well. And then so now she started the rumor with the other girls like at church, like, you should pants any guy you potentially want to see to be your husband so you can see his pee-pee before you get married. Because I got married to this fucking guy and he had a little teeny tiny white cheddar Cheeto, and then and we're married under the lies of the Lord. We can't get divorced. But then I just one of these girls, that turns out her own son didn't even know he had a small dick passed down. It could happen.
Dude, you can't stop now. Dark Matter's almost finished. I'm pretty sure that your story has aroused him beyond fucking, he's into that weird shit, bro. You just gave like a very descriptive, drawn out thing, and he's like ready. He's got his little 2 inches of dangling fury is now 3 inches of rock hard fury.
I'm into letting people want more. I slide in the tip, then pull it away and say beg for it.
The best thing about being a Christian with a little dick is you don't have to cut a hole in the sheets. It'll just go through the weave.
We didn't have cable. We weren't allowed to have it. This was before the days of the internet too, just barely. But it devastated me and
fuck through them.
Stuck with me all throughout my high school and college years. Now with this whole woke movement, this whole fake progressive scene, it's okay to still shame men for their small penises. You can't fat shame. You can't say anything racist. There's all these terms that are becoming antiquated.
Here's the thing, dickhead. Someone walks into a room, they're fat. You know they're fat. If you walk into a room, how the fuck do we know if you have a small dick? Like it's a personal level. If someone knows what your dick looks like to personally shame you, that's different than if you're generally shaming somebody based on the color of their skin or the size of their fucking rotund gut, because anybody can just see that. If you have a small pee-pee, we're going to make fun of your small pee-pee whether it's small or not, because we're probably never going to see it. That's the point of making fun of pee-pees and genitalia, is that we're pretty much just guessing.
Outdated.
And as we discussed earlier, you know, there's a fetish for everything. I'm sure there's chicks out there that are into the freaking, like, you know, tiny dicks. Dark Matter found himself one.
What if he met a woman that's into tiny dicks, but she has a giant pussy and he hates giant pussies?
Now, that's one problem. That's terrible. That's sad. That's almost Shakespearean. But what if
dog in the hallway?
What if he finds out he finds a woman who's into tiny dicks, okay? But it's on a Japanese game show. And it turns out that woman is his own mother. And that's how he got a tiny dick in the first place. It was passed down from his dad.
Yes, I fucking love this man right here. I will, if you stick your ass through a fucking hole in the wall, Billy, I will fuck it.
I mean, most people would.
on.
I'm not into that sort of thing, though. It's all about,
you know, maybe someday I'll get you to.
I mean, I don't want to. I don't want to
at all. But
I don't want
would
to shut
fuck
down
you.
your fantasies. I don't.
Dude, I would fuck you while I ate a fucking cheeseless Whopper. All right.
That's not bad. That's a compliment, actually.
Yes. All right. Are we? Let me hear more about this man's tiny penis and the struggles he's going through.
Illegal to use, but still, we're fine with shaming men. Now, I see if you want to get revenge on your ex-boyfriend and you say he's little downstairs, I get that. But women take it too far, and it really does devastate us. And I've been trying to overcompensate ever since, and I don't mind talking about it now. I think it's kind of funny. I think it's interesting.
Yeah, we all think it's kind of funny.
But yeah. Plus, I'm a grower, not a shower on top of that. And when it gets cold, it looks crazy small. But yeah, this is just something I wanted to get off my chest. I'm going to do a live stream answering questions later in a follow-up video.
I'm not gonna let this guy suffer alone. I'm more of a grower than a shower myself. Okay, the good news for me is I you know, I'm not worried either fucking way.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Like, you got what you got. If you're caught up in your own mind because you got a small Peter, recognize that women all the time have sex with other women, and the thing there is they don't have Peters at all. So if they're able to get off with each other, you don't even need your fucking dick, dude. Get over the dick. The problem is, you know, penis envy is a real thing. Everybody wants a fucking fat cock in their mouth if they're submissive. They want that shit. They want a big old fat fucking dick in their mouth if they're into that sort of thing. And so when you don't have one to give them, I don't know, you start going around and getting like spray-on dick tattoos, or I don't know what they do.
Spray-on.
I don't know what they do these days.
Dark Matter can confirm exactly what Billy is saying right now.
Yeah, just confirm.
Dark Matter, dude. Dark Matter once in confidence told me about how like they've got some new. It's like a prosthetic for your penis that makes it feel bigger for her, but you can still feel it. Dark Matter, remember when you told me about that? You're like,
no, strangely, I don't remember at all, TJ.
Dude, he's like, it adds an extra 3 inches, so I'm a total of 6 now.
Yeah, it's only
if I deny all the small penis talk, then it's like I'm lying about my giant penis. But if I there's nothing I can do, you know. I just have to sit here and take it.
Yes, you sit there and you take it.
Yeah.
You sit there and you take. God damn it! You know how good it feels. Like this man has like what 750,000 subscribers, and I get to shit on him on a podcast with like over 100,000 subscribers. It feels so good, so good. I feel like I'm in control here, damn it. Even though we all know, we know Ben's in control. Go ahead, Ben.
Somewhat.
No, you are, man. I've had mad respect for this podcast for a long fucking time, and I'm super happy to become a guest on here, and you know, not just a one-time gig. You bring us back whenever you want. We love being here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we love having you.
Yeah.
I do want to reference something in the pleb chat. Calificent said Billy is very passionate about dicks in the mouth. Listen, okay? Listen. I did not grow up religious, okay? I have not been to many places of worship, but I think it's adorable when a girl worships your fucking cock in her mouth, okay? That's my only place of worship, is when I had a fucking cute little girl slobbering on my ding-dong. So don't take that away from me. Of course I'm passionate about that. That's my only place of worship. Cock worship in my lap. Adorable little smiles. Deal with it.
So that's like, so people who do have a problem with that, we could say that they're persecuting your religious beliefs, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is religious persecution.
Peniscution.
And beyond that, I've talked very passionately about fucking mayonnaise, Miracle Whip even, and I don't even like that shit that much. I'm just a man of passion. And you would do so well. You would do so well as to have a modicum of the passion I have about dicks in the mouth or mayonnaise with anything in your life. Anything.
Anything. Can I get a fucking amen? This is why this man is God, people.
Everybody's
Billy,
saying little girl,
God
cute, adorable little girl. Have you never had a cute, adorable little girl that was, I don't know, 25, 35, 45? They're all little girls, just like most of you fucking guys out there are little boys trying to get your pee-pee touched. Mentally, you're all fucking children, and that's why you're here listening to me talk about it. Because we ain't never grow up.
I'm 6'6". I'm like a big dude, and my girlfriend is a cute little girl.
Yeah. I'll stop saying little girls when they stop being cute, because they don't stop. Betty White, cute little girl. Dolly Parton, hot, cute little girl.
All right.
If you have an aversion to little girls, that's your problem.
I swear to God, the last time we were on, I told the best part about fucking 26-year-olds, and you knew the punchline, and now we going. It's like,
yeah, there's 20 of them.
It's history repeating itself. Fuck me, I love it. You guys are fucking fantastic. All right.
I won't be kink shamed. I won't be kink shamed. For one, because I'm really not even that fucking kinky. I'm not. I'm pretty chill. I won't be kink shamed for being pretty chill.
Well, won't kink. Can't kink.
I won't kink. Can't kink. You guys are out here trying to king shame, and that bothers me.
King shame?
Yes, you're king shaming me.
They're doing what again?
They're king shaming me. Don't shame thy king, Burger or Billy. We won't be in prison. We won't be imprisoned, okay?
Dude. By the way, Billy, I realized I wasn't following you on fucking Twitter, and I tried to fix that, but I'm banned so hard that it won't even let me follow anyone.
It's messed up.
So as soon as my next day or two is fucking up, I promise you I'll be following you on Twitter, and you will get my wonderful bullshit whenever I see your fantastic, I'm sure, tweets.
I'll keep an eye out for that so I can follow back.
Yeah, do it, yeah, man. I've said, I grabbed my Twitter name, like handle, a long time ago, but I didn't really do anything with it until a few months ago, so I'm still kind of fresh.
Mr. Mumbles in the pleb chat says Billy was victim shaming earlier. 1, it was a joke. 2, people would do best not to try and be the victim, okay? People who try and be the victim are the ones I was victim shaming. People who actually have been victimized, guess what? Getting over it is one of the best things you can do for yourself. But I understand it's hard sometimes. I understand that. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be a victim. If that's what you want, go look for it, pussy bitch.
Oh my God.
I'm on one right now.
Yeah.
Dude,
I went to
get it,
see
Billy,
I
get
went
it.
to see Candyman earlier in the theaters.
Oh, the
before
new one?
Yeah.
Is it the same actor?
I think he is maybe reprising his role at certain points, but it's not the same.
Huh.
Not the
Is it
same
as
exact
woke
style.
as they claimed?
It is pretty woke.
Gender neutrification or something is what I heard.
Yeah, gender neutrification. There's a lot of gender or gentrification or whatever. A lot of talk about how Cabrini Green was turned into a fancy. It's like the story there. It does make sense to tell that story with it. Cabrini Green was a huge plot point to the original Candyman. The projects, the fucking the dude in the projects trying to get the candies, they're wrongfully accusing him or whatever. I don't know. It's been 25 years since I saw the original Candyman, so I couldn't compare the two very closely. But Cabrini Green's not there anymore. They gentrified it. They turned it into something else. So if you tell that story of gentrification through the two stories, it makes sense. But yeah, it gets pretty fucking woke at some point.
The guy who traditionally played the Candyman was in a lot of Star Trek, like Deep Space Nine. He played a few different characters on there.
Cabrini Green isn't there anymore?
I'm pretty sure they turned it into like fancy housing. Maybe it is.
Oh, wow.
Maybe
I
just
didn't
the
know, 'cause
around it was.
I grew up around there, and I moved maybe 20 years ago, so it's been a while. So I don't know. Lots changed. I know that.
Yeah. He used to be poor, and now he's loaded off that YouTube money. Dude, hey, Dark Matter, what kind of Lotus do you drive?
What kind of Lotus?
Yeah.
It's an Evora.
Yeah. That's right. Don't ever feel bad when we pick on this motherfucker. He is fucking, he's doing just fine. The only pressure he's got is the fucking tire pressure.
So like this car.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad picking on anybody, even if they are doing horribly.
But Dark Matter is like, he's fun to pick on because everybody loves him so much. Everybody loves this sack of shit. And he's got like a supercar and a fucking like nice house. I've been to his house. I tricked this motherfucker into smoking weed. Okay? I showed up at his house and I asked him what my vape tastes like, and he fucking the poor son of a bitch hit it like 3 times trying to get the flavor down. and next thing you know, he's such a Dark Matter is like the Mormon of atheists. He's for real, like just a hardworking, doesn't really freaking he doesn't treat himself like some of us do. I'll put it that way. I guess that's what's repressed him into the incest Japanese butt wall porn.
Look, honestly, if I'm going to fuck a wall and one of them might be my mom and one of them might be a brand new Lotus, a 2021 Lotus, I'm probably going to go dig deep in the tailpipe. I don't care. Not my mom, the car.
Yo, if I'm not mistaken, that's twin exhaust, so we can hit it at the same time, Billy.
Hey, if we can get it, we can hit it. I'd fuck a car.
You would?
I'm not above that.
Didn't we
Does
play
it
a
need
video?
to be warmed up first, or what?
I don't honestly. I don't know. I've never fucked a car before. My thing is, it doesn't matter if you're a car, if you're a consenting like water buffalo, whatever it is. Whatever, if there needs to be consent, there's consent, obviously. But whatever it is, I'm at my manlyhood. I'm gonna be like, I think I can fuck that. I think I can fuck that. Let's fuck that. It's my thought process. It's not even. It's like a domination thing. It's not even a kink thing. I'm just like, I think I can fuck. I can fuck anything. I would fuck the angels in the Bible, but I would get consent. I would be like, hey, dude, angels. You're angels? It's pretty rare around here. You want to fuck?
All right.
Yeah, you do.
I can tell Ben is loving this conversation right now, so I'm going to continue it. What if that water buffalo had like a vagina, like the exhaust on like a fucking super diesel? You know, like one of them fucking like 5-inch exhausts.
A 5-inch exhaust?
Yeah, a 5-inch fucking fat, wide fucking exhaust. Right on the back of a water buffalo. You're going to exert your dominance on that shit or what?
I would leave that thing exhausted.
This guy. This fucking guy.
Okay, what if they put the water buffalo's butt through the wall, through a wall?
Well, here's the one thing I would know. This is why I would be more apt to fuck the water buffalo and or the car, because I'd be 100% sure that wasn't my mom. I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna go for this one, because I'm
dude,
pretty.
he's like you, Dark Matter. He's seen his mom's bush. He knows what it looks like
Well,
already.
I could just assume it doesn't look like a water buffalo and or a car. Doesn't mean I've seen anything. I just assume.
Dark Matter has told us the unfortunate. How old were you at the time, Dark Matter?
I was about 6, I believe.
Whew. 6 years old, burned into his memory forever. Showering with his mom.
Richie Blackett in the pleb chat.
Face full of bush.
Richie Blackett in this pleb chat says, "Fun fact: extremely overweight men have a lot of estrogen. I think Billy is compensating constantly. You think what you want to think, Papa? Literally. Here's the deal. I'll fuck you. You want to test your theory? You want to put it on the line?
Take it up your ass.
You want to put it on the line? You willing to put your money where your back mouth is? Is that what you want to do?
Mouth?
Is that what you want to do?
Love it.
You want to see what happens?
Yeah. Put your money where your turd cutter is.
Yeah.
Turd cutter.
Let me show you how
Poop
much
knife.
compensation I'm giving. Okay.
Do you have a poop knife?
I don't have a poop knife.
Okay.
I don't. I've never actually put my penis purposefully in a butthole.
Okay.
Purposefully that I can remember. There's been like, wrong hole fridge, stuff like that.
Dude, I gotta say, my life recently has been like a total roller coaster, and this is the most I've fucking laughed and smiled. So, thank you guys for that shit.
Yeah. We got about like 15 to 20 minutes. Let's check out some of the recent news. Whenever the intro plays.
Recent
there it is.
news.
It got me so human angry.
Recent news.
Wow. They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
Wow.
We should do the butthole challenge.
You better well learn to love it. Sign everywhere, sign. Did you ever get that clip of the GOP governor candidate from Florida?
Yeah, I have that.
Yeah, that was...
I also have Biden allegedly falling asleep.
Yet another chapter in the beautiful story of the friendship between our two nations, the United States of America and the Jewish and Democratic State of Israel. Both of us who...
I don't count it as a nap unless he lets a fart out.
I'm pretty sure he's just trying to look as respectful as possible, and from this angle, it looks like he's sleeping. But it wouldn't really surprise me. Like, dude, we keep fucking electing. Trump was the oldest president elected until Biden was the oldest president elected. Like, we just can't get away from old white dudes to run this. And then we're like, dude, can you believe that he's like mumbles his words or falls asleep? It's like, dude, it's a fucking old man.
I remember
and
back
you're asking him to work like fucking 18, 19-hour days and shit.
I remember back in the day, people joked about how old Bob Dole was, and he was way younger than Trump and Biden.
Well, we
went from Obama to fucking like these two. It's really crazy.
We had Obama from 8 years, and he really didn't do anything. But somehow we still thank him for everything. I don't get it.
No. Fuck Obama. Look, I want to be very clear. Okay, we're gonna go way back. Fuck like Reagan. Fuck Bush. Fuck Clinton. Fuck Bush again. Fuck Obama. Fuck Trump and then fuck Biden. All right, we're gonna be very clear there. There's no fucking fuck all of them.
Whoa! You evaded
cigarette breaks.
You evaded Carter. You didn't fuck Carter. Are you fucking Carter?
I only went back as fuck Carter too.
No, that son of a bitch.
You know what,
that
Carter,
son of a bitch in his old age was building a house with his bare hands.
He's
Habitat for the Humanity.
He had brain cancer and it just went away.
Yeah, my guy just thought away brain cancer.
I'm gonna give Carter a pass.
Yeah.
He kind of seems like
Carter a pass.
Yep.
Because I did forget. Like I'm just getting caught up here, and I'm forgetting about the Habitat for Humanity and the fucking just incredible person he is overall. But you can be a good person and still kind of half-ass or waste your presidency or your opportunity. And I feel like a lot of politicians become the people they actually are once they get out of politics. You know what I mean? It's this fucking persona bullshit. It's a cult of personality, and I honestly, when it's a cult of personality, I understand the Trump thing, right? But the Mitch McConnell thing?
Did you know?
What is or Nancy Pelosi? These people have no charisma.
You know the Kroger supermarkets?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they own other named supermarkets all over the country. Mitch McConnell's wife is on the board of Kroger.
What?
Yeah. She used to work for Trump. Yeah.
And that's isn't she how do I phrase this, of Asian descent, and her family is ultra wealthy.
Yes.
The president's job really isn't to make lives better or change anything. It's to make half of America feel like they're winning until the other half can feel like they're winning. And
that's a pretty good. Yeah.
It's like a game of hot potato to confuse everybody, to make them think like they actually have some hope and change.
This is it's obviously not gonna last for too much longer. And I wonder how far ahead of Rome falling that they really knew they could see it falling, because it's superpowers don't last forever.
No,
nothing fucking lasts forever.
Right.
Even our fucking the Earth as we know it right now will not last for more than at best a couple thousand years, at worst a couple hundred years. The way we go at shit.
The thing that gets me is their skewed perspective of some people. From one year they'll be like, this is the greatest year. This country is doing so well, and then the very next year, which it's not really that different. Let's be honest.
Right.
And they're like, oh my God, this country's going to hell.
The economy is the strongest it's been in decades. And then one thing happens, and they're like, everything collapses. How strong really was it?
House of Cards. It's and that's part of the inflation, right?
But if you notice, though, while the pandemic was going on, Wall Street was doing really well, putting up record numbers. And that's what he meant. When Trump said the economy, he literally was talking about the stock market.
Yeah.
There's a disconnect between the markets and the common folk, because the Fed is pretty much propping up the market right now.
And for those people, though, when they were happy to give the line that the economy was doing well because the stock market was doing well, and now that Biden is president and the stock market is doing well, now it's not. Now they understand that it's not tied together. You can't talk. Well, it's so partisan, such hackery.
It's all record numbers right now.
Yeah. It just keeps fucking and it's going to keep doing that, even just to match inflation. And
it's not
how shit fucking works.
It's a huge transition of wealth. The rich just got mega rich over the pandemic.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And a lot of people are cheering on that. What's that one cryptocurrency that took a huge hit, and it's the
Ethereum?
biggest donors. Yeah, Ethereum, and it was Walmart. What's the Fox News guy? Fucking, I'm drawing
Tucker
a blank.
Carlson?
Sorry. No.
Oh, the
guy
owner.
that owns it.
Rupert Murdoch.
Murdoch, thank you.
Yeah.
Murdoch and a few of those other like huge high-end names took like a huge hit on that Ethereum cryptocurrency, and like, you know, you kind of like to see it. Like, oh, whoops, you lost like $100 million fucking dollars. Oopsie on you, trying to be fucking some like Elon Musk motherfucker.
But $100 million to these people is it's like losing $1,000 to us. Maybe even like $100 to us.
Yeah, and someone
maybe
like
even 10.
Jeff Bezos, pre-pandemic, Jeff Bezos got divorced and lost like half of his money. And then
he still was rich as
he's
fuck.
back. I think he's past where he was like pre-divorce. So
Yeah, and this is how you know men are better than women, because his wife is not twice as rich, and she had half too. That's how you know
when
men
you're
are better
that
than
rich,
women.
you don't need to keep making money. At that point, it's a power play, not a comfort thing. You can never spend the amount of money Jeff Bezos has in order to just live comfort, like Brewster's Millions type of fucking like just like throwing money around, and it wouldn't fucking matter to someone like Jeff Bezos. You could never spend that amount. Your kids will be fine. Everyone will be fucking fine ever that like fucking is in your family with that amount of money, and for fucking generations.
Yeah. I mean, the Rockefellers still have money. You know, John D. Rockefeller, if adjusted for inflation, is the richest person in the history of the world. And he had all of his money in the oil business in the like early 1900s.
We shouldn't live in a world.
Drink your milkshake.
We shouldn't live in a world where the majority of people don't have enough, while a very small amount of people have more than the majority of people can even imagine. Like, the majority of people can't imagine how rich these people are. When you look at what Bezos has compared to what the average American has, in your imagination, you don't see, if you put like a pie chart up or a bar graph, you don't see it being that much more. You anything you reasonably think he has more, it's beyond that, because you can't even imagine how rich he is.
He's like he makes more money per second than most people make in a month.
Yeah, like it would be difficult for him to spend all of his money, to go into like a deficit, because he just keeps making it that fast.
He was actually considered for a fucking government relief program for his space program thing.
He has, yeah. Oh God, that's so ridiculous. He has all our addresses. He has all the delivery systems in place. Like
the Prime Directive.
He could be. He knows what we want based on our viewing habits. He could be Santa Claus. He's actively choosing not to be Santa Claus.
He's Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
Like we can't be Santa Claus. You can't be Santa Claus.
Trust the balds. Cannot trust the balds. Am I right, Dark Matter?
You can trust me.
See, I believe that. That was a trusting voice.
Yeah. He sounded like he wanted to be convincing, though. You got to remember, incest, Japanese butt wall porn. Every time you see Dark Matter, remember those words.
You want me to get a boner every time I see Dark Matter?
Dude, I think we're boring Joe Biden here. He's been sleeping through the entire conversation.
I think he's turning into like a werewolf, because look at how his arms and legs are like coming out of his suit. See that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is. He's a werewolf, or he's undead. You know,
Biden would be an unaware wolf.
Joe Lycan.
So what is this thing that you sent me?
Which one? The GOP guy?
Yeah.
He's
Steve Lynch.
Yeah, Steve Lynch. He's running for the governor of Florida, I believe, the GOP, and he's talking about the kids going back to school with their mask mandate.
Is it Florida? Because it says PA. So I would think that was Pennsylvania.
We got parents looking at the bylaws. I plan on going in these school boards. Ian and other strong men. Men, where are you? Men, wake up, smell the coffee. Let's go. Make men great again, right? Make men again. Let's go. Men, I need you. I need you in the coming weeks because when we walk into those
I bet you need
school boards, we're going to have everything we need to do to go in there with those 9 school boards that voted to put these masks back on the children with no scientific. It's done. Giving them the research and the data. Do you understand that? Forget going into these school boards and bringing data. You go into school boards to remove them. That's what you do. Forget. They don't follow the law. They don't follow the law.
Has he actually said anything? It sounds like he's just rambling.
He's
like,
saying
the data.
He's saying when the kids go back to school and they're forcing them to wear their masks, we go into the school and we force them to take them off.
I believe I'm quoting him when I say we're done with the scientific before he moved on to whatever the fuck else he was talking like and data. Like, do you think that the data this guy is fucking coming up with is like, I guarantee 90% of the statistics he comes up with are made up on the spot.
You go in and you remove them. I'm going in with 20 strong men. I'm going to speak in front of the school board, and I'm going to give them an option. They can leave or they can be removed.
He's going to forcibly take over the school board.
And then after that, we're going to replace them with nine parents, and we're going to vote down the mask mandates that evening. That evening. This is how you get stuff done. Forget writing your legislators. Forget it. They're not listening. You got to do something. It's us. It's we the people.
He's saying go in by force and remove the school board. Remove them by force. 20 men deep.
Understand how the legislative branches work. Like he's just like, we're just going to remove them, vote in 9 other people, have a vote that night, and done. That's not how shit works, you dumb fuck.
All because they want kids to wear masks. It's so
my
ridiculous.
beautiful children, everything that they're going to do, you're going to have to take my life. There's no way. I'll die on this hill. There's no way. No way.
I like how this is the thing that drove him over the edge. You know, like all the shit kids have to deal with. You know, the active shooter drills.
Yeah,
that bother him.
And you know, this is he's willing to put his life on the line for fucking masks, like a surgeon has to wear a mask all day.
If this was a father,
this guy's got a fucking bunker with like 3 months worth of food, telling you he can fucking out survive and outlive people. He's a survivalist, but you tell him to fucking wear a mask for 10 minutes, and he's like, I can't breathe. Like, dude, you're not tough. You're not fucking tough. You're not a badass. You're a fucking blowhard. You look like a fucking wimpy little shit, too.
I've seen some purple-haired liberal cows, like real chunky, fat, purple-haired libs. Just the garbage left, polyamorous, pansexual, shitheel thumb of a woman's. Thumb of a, not even woman's, they, thems. Just misgendered, trash, human, bald, gelatinous, me-looking bitches. I've seen some me-looking broads out there, and they're wearing their masks, no problem. You telling me this tall, strapping man can't put a fucking mask on because he can't breathe, but Buffalo Bellina can? Get the fuck out of here.
I guarantee he's not tall.
Yeah, I mean, there's no
short podium.
There's no way to know how tall he is, especially from this angle.
This angle begs I'm a short guy trying to look tall.
I'm here to announce the completion of our withdrawal from Afghanistan and the end of the military mission to evacuate American citizens.
It's the end of the world as we know it.
This time we're actually leaving, okay? This time.
And vulnerable Afghans. The last C-17 lifted off from
Has
Hamid
the
Karzai
Pentagon always
International
had
Airport.
like a podium like the White House does with the Pentagon symbol behind it?
Yeah, they have a press room.
On August 30th,
There's a bunch of those
this afternoon
in
at
D.C.
3:29 p.m. East Coast time. And the last manned aircraft is now clearing the airspace above Afghanistan. We will soon release a photo of the last C-17 departing Afghanistan with Major General Chris Donahue.
I love it when I see something where people are holding the flags from each branch of the military, and now there's the Space Force flag that looks like a Star Trek insignia. I love that.
That is funny.
It's just part of the Air Force, but it has like its own flag and symbol and everything.
Yeah, but the Navy got their own flag, and what the fuck do they really do?
Oh my God, our Navy is one of the things that ensure our strength worldwide.
Submarines, everybody can hold their breath underwater.
We have. I mean, Seriously though, like I watched this. There was this YouTube channel that I watched that like would simulate wars between countries, and they did the U.S. versus the rest of the world, and most of it was just the U.S. shooting missiles from the ocean and hitting like strategic targets all over the world.
Look,
it's all about range of your missiles.
We
and
all
the
know.
The Navy makes it much easier to range your first of all your aircraft and your missiles.
We all know
we are moving beyond that as technology goes further along. The Navy will become less important, but right now, still pretty important.
Right.
We all know
Don't
why the Navy
underestimate
exists.
the Space Force.
We all know
which
why
I
the Navy
created.
exists. The Navy only exists because there are certain men who are repressed homosexuals.
They
They're
don't
too
wear
afraid.
that. They don't wear that uniform
They're
anymore.
too afraid to go to prison, so they go join the Navy.
The Navy. Dude, you'll
I'm
be
kidding.
swabbing the poop deck in the Navy.
I'm kidding. I think the Navy is cool. I was just being a shitheel. I like the Navy.
My dad was in the Navy. He's got a freaking Popeye tattoo.
I will say this. If you were in the Navy and you don't know how to play cribbage, you were only there to have butt sex. Like that's just a fact. If you're in the Navy and you don't know how to play cribbage,
Nowadays we call it swabbing the poop deck.
Swabbing the poop deck. Yeah.
this is the space. Why does that fucking picture of the Space Force look like a cast of a Star Trek?
That's what I was saying.
Look at these three people here. It's the first guy looks like the General Whitehead, the main white
this
guy.
guy? These
yeah,
people?
yeah. This is General Whitehead. I'm a direct descendant of James Tiberius Kirk, but I'm also not the main because we're woke and we have a woman leading our ship, and she is actually. She's not full human. She's got Spock ears.
Human?
She got Spock ears behind that haircut. We don't see it here now. And then the gentleman over here, he's the ambiguously raced gentleman that they throw. They throw him into every Star Trek to make it seem more like diverse. This is what this is. This is coming out on CBS. It's on Paramount Network download streams.
Yeah, I'm seeing freaking that was to me the captain on the left, communications officer in the middle, and chief engineer on the right, or something along those lines.
Yeah, I feel like shit for the sumbitch down there with the red tie on. We know what happens to all the red shirts.
I wonder if Trump helped design the Space Force logo.
I'm pretty sure he said make it look like fucking some Star Trek shit or something.
Yeah,
like that man still has no shame. There's just no shame involved. It's all like a giant grift, and what's really unfortunate is how many people fell for it.
Oh, it's not unfortunate. Most of the people on Earth exist only to fall for grifts. If they're lucky, they find a grift that helps them fall forward.
This is why we still get calls. People like that are why we still get calls about extending our fucking auto warranty.
Oh, right? My God.
There are enough people that fall for it that it's still a fucking viable option.
We're not
the
supposed
Nigerian Prince emails.
Are we not supposed to extend our auto warranty?
Somebody shared one of those goofy fundraiser GOP fundraiser email things, and if you click to donate, it automatically has the checkbox marked for
monthly
for reoccurring donations monthly, right? And if you uncheck it, a pop-up pops up that says the radical left loves that you just unchecked that box.
You have to fight. Yeah, the only
That's
way
so
that
fucked.
we can win is if you fucking check the box. And they're like, we'll know if you uncheck the box. It'll be in your your donor history or whatever. We'll know that you're not a true fucking Trump supporter. It's all weird and threatening. It's a huge paragraph trying to guilt trip you into checking the box so it's a monthly. They just want that money and they want it to become more often. Mm-hmm. My parents got fucking mail. They're Republicans, and they got mail that I fucking just when I went and checked their mailbox, I was like, something from Donald Trump's office. I'm sorry, I'm opening this, and I fucking and the lowest possible donation was $75.
Wow.
They are ballsy. So, and then it was like, or that's silver, and then gold is like 150, or platinum is fucking 300, or fucking like go for fucking diamond at 1,000, or it's like, dude, you grifting sacks of shit. I can't believe anyone falls for it. It's really unfortunate.
Some people probably bought Trump steaks too, right?
Yeah, I flew on Trump Airlines.
I was approached by some recruiters for Trump University in a parking lot while I was at a laundromat years ago.
See, I was approached at the same time by the same people, but also a lady came up with a cart selling tamales, so you know where I went.
Tamales.
So, look at where you guys could have been now.
Yeah, I could have went to Trump College. Instead, I got a bag of tamales. One of them was pink with pineapple in it.
Yeah, it's like a dessert tamale.
Delicious dessert tamale.
They could have pulled up with like the thing from The Simpsons with a fucking a cart full of crab juice, and I still would have been more interested in the crab juice.
Well, the Trump University people got $25 million settlement from Trump. So
yeah, that was the first lawsuit he didn't fight because he became president, right?
Yeah.
If they spent $200 million and got $25 million back, it's not exactly a win, is it, Dark Matter?
Well, it depends on the individual.
Well, Trump will usually fight all those lawsuits, but he was becoming president at the time, so they just decided not to fight anymore and just let it go. Like
he lets his lawyers that are he has lawyers that are fucking constantly there for him, so he just ties shit up in court.
Yeah,
that's how he wins shit. Ties it up for years and years until they want to settle for a much smaller amount, and then he settles.
And well, the crazy thing is, like, when he was president, his lawyers weren't very loyal to him. He had, well, I don't know, I take that back. Giuliani was pretty loyal to the point where he was pissing and shitting and sweating and farting during COVID on screen, practically
and
dying.
He's like disbarred now, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Did they disbar him?
Yeah, I think he got disbarred. But boy, he was putting on for Trump, and then I heard Trump didn't even pay him. I heard Trump like owed him a bunch of money and was like, "No, we're not going to pay Giuliani for that."
Giuliani had a fundraiser for like, I think he was trying to raise like 750 grand. They shut it down because it couldn't even break like fucking $2,000.
God,
oh, wow,
that's what happens if Trump doesn't give you the approval anymore. Nobody loves you.
Giuliani.
Nobody loves you.
Like America's mayor. Get the fuck out of here, you crazy old fuck.
You were America's mayor during 9/11, and that was a pretty impressive thing to be, but I think anybody in that position would have been America's mayor. You lucked into it.
Has anyone done the Photoshop of him doing the 9/11 like rebel speech, but instead just having his fucking shoe polish hair dye running down his face?
So ridiculous. Giuliani.
He's, I don't know, a joke. The Four Seasons thing. Like, I was like, this has to be a fucking joke. We're going to have a fucking press meeting at the Four Seasons, and it's Four Seasons landscaping? Like, what the fuck? Are you trying to make a joke out of this?
No, that was an accident. It had to be, right?
Like, I don't know. But if it's an accident, you don't follow through with it.
You would think. But this was a very important day for them. They had to say what they had to say.
In front of, dude, it's just such a farce and a joke.
And it was next door to a sex shop, right?
Yeah, or some shit, or a smoke shop.
Yeah, both. Shit. I think it was a double.
It was a sex shop. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm really looking forward to the movie that they make from that whole fiasco.
Yeah. Do you think Oliver Stone will do it?
I don't know, but I mean, it would be cool. Martin Scorsese. You know, can you imagine?
I think Roger Stone will do it.
Oliver Stone did W, right? He consistently does the presidential movies. He didn't do the Barack Obama one, though. Do you remember Barack Obama's presidential movie?
No.
This is how fucking sick in the head Hollywood is. They usually do these big expose movies on presidents. Didn't Bill Clinton get primary colors, or was that just loosely based on him? I don't. Everybody seems to go. Obama's fucking presidential movie was a love story between him and Michelle. It was fucking. It wasn't even like, it was like the buildup of their relationship. That's how you know all these claims that the fucking liberals in Hollywood are a little slanted. They go in, they make W. They get Thanos to play George W. Bush. They make him a bumbling idiot that stumbled into the fucking presidency, kind of a weak man who was a former alcoholic. Paint him like a real fucking depth of a character. But then they go to Obama. They're like, oh, this is how Obama got his groove back. It's fucking crazy.
Dude, can you imagine a Trump Melania romance movie? He was rich, so we make fuck.
Third time's the charm.
Jesus Christ,
Customer support paid $4.99 to a super chat to say, Billy, what are the top 5 best U.S. states to live?
He's only ever lived in one.
I've been all around the U.S. though.
So have I. But like, visiting a place as a tourist isn't.
How many have you lived in?
How many have I lived in? Let's see. 5.
So is your top 5 any better than mine because you lived in 5 compared to my 1?
Yes.
No.
Hey, don't ask me the question if you are.
They didn't ask you the question. They asked me.
No, I'm saying you.
Oh, I was making a point. I was unfortunately using your five states versus 1. But yeah, I've stayed in places. It really depends on what you're looking for, though. You can't say any state is necessarily the best or the top 5. If I had to pick, though, I do think that Rhode Island is a wonderful state to live in. I think that probably Seattle. I really like the Seattle area. A little pricey.
Washington,
little pricey, but I would say Washington. If you like to go outside, outdoors, Washington has some of the most beautiful landscapes. We have rainforest here. We have desert. We have waterfalls. We have beach. We have mountain ranges. We have just about everything you could want in an area as far as the surroundings and the beauty goes. I would probably put in a top 5 if you're looking for affordability. I think Las Vegas is affordable. It's cheap and it has access to a lot of culture. If you go into Vegas, there's a lot of culture there, but it's cheap. If it's affordability, like you could. It's a destination place, right? It sucks you're in the middle of the fucking desert, but people go there for a reason. So like it's cheap though. If you want to live an entertainer's life,
Bro,
Vegas would be a nice
South.
cheap place to do that. But Colorado is a great place to live. Yeah, Colorado. Specs bring up Colorado. I've never actually even spent a lot of time in Colorado, but I do know they have a lot of amenities afforded in Colorado you can't get anywhere else. Vegas has prostitution legalized, right? So if you're an incel, go to Vegas, live in Vegas, live there cheap, and go pay for sex.
You're going to have to talk slower so Dark Matter can take those notes.
Dark Matter, in Las Vegas, sex is legal for payment transaction. Prostitution is perfectly acceptable outside of Las Vegas in the state of Nevada.
Yes. Actually, in Las Vegas, it's illegal.
Yeah, Las Vegas is not legal, but just go for...
I'm tired of having sex. I'm the exact opposite of an incel.
Exactly. I would pay to not have to have sex right now.
His butthole is sore, guys. All right. Anyway, all right, sorry.
Isn't prostitution only legal in Reno? I think it's actually not legal in Reno or Las Vegas.
It's like outside. It's like in more rural counties.
Yeah, it's legal in Nevada, but the bigger cities, I believe, banned it for citywide.
Yeah.
Bottom 5 states.
Do you want to get rid of? You don't want to worry about prostitution being illegal. Then just film it and call it a porn, and then you're fine.
Yeah. I think that is a great thing if you want to do a lot of sex. Offer to film it on video, and then you become a man that pays for sex with girls that are not only will do sex with you, but they're the type that will let you show it to the world. Like a lot of these girls, these prostitutes, they'll have sex with you, but they don't want the world to know they had sex with you. They hide it. What's better than having sex and having proof so you could tell all your friends, see, I'm not a virgin. See, I did a sex. I made a porno.
You have made fun of people that have done that.
Of course, I make fun of everybody, though.
Because there's this guy that he knows that they all used to call a virgin. So when he had sex, he filmed it and sent it to everybody.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And we're like, dude, so one, you proved us right because you were a virgin up until now.
Was his name Rev?
No. Oh my God. All right. So I think we're gonna wrap it up, right?
Wrap it up. Wrap it up. I don't
That's
know.
advice for all the virgins out there as well.
Wrap it up. Don't get her pregnant on your first go around. If you are losing your virginity and you have a baby out of it, you're doing it wrong.
Actually, the baby could be the proof that you had sex, and you could just name the baby, you know, like Jeff had sex or whatever your name is.
Yeah, babies
you know?
really are just fuck trophies, right? Especially if you can give them your own name. Like Billy the Fridge Jr. See, I did make a baby. He's a fuck trophy. Yeah. And they're like, why does your baby look nothing like you? And I'm like, shut up.
You realize that I'm going to consistently from now on look at children as fuck trophies, which is not the way I want to look at children.
You got a double award, right?
Yeah. I have actually we have a my girlfriend and I have a 14-year-old just turned 14 and about to be 3-year-old twins.
Yeah.
So the kind of
11 years
a lot going on. Yeah, 11-year fucking gap between, and somehow managed to make up for time by doubling up. I have boy-girl twins as well, so just
gonna go with the Skywalkers. Yeah,
complete fucking dude. Behind these sunglasses, I'm a very, very tired man. All right, that's just life right now. Life is
just because you spend a lot of time polishing your trophies.
You know,
that means taking care of your kids. Nothing weird.
Yeah, no. I tell you right before we end, I guess one of my pet peeves is like dads that say they're babysitting, like their own kids. You know,
Right.
I'm like, dude, that's just watching your kids.
Yeah,
bro. It's not babysitting.
I don't even like. If someone says they're babysitting and they're just watching their kids, are we allowed to slap them?
Babysitting is a job. Watching your kids is more like an obligation, not like optional work.
I think like if you're like a brother or a sister, like an older brother or older sister, and you're watching your younger kids, you could say I'm babysitting even if you're not getting paid for it. Like,
Sure,
like that's fair. But
sure,
yeah, as a father,
they're not your babies at that point.
As a father,
yeah, because trust me, we try not to put too much on our older daughter because we don't want her to fucking resent us or the kids.
Yeah,
it's not her fucking fault that she was an only child for 11 years and now she has a brother and a sister.
Yeah, I think if she does help out in a way that helps you out, you know, you do kind of reward the elder children for doing so by giving them more freedoms and opportunities and thanks and admiration, and maybe like slip them a bottle of vodka or something. Like, hey, you know, I know it's illegal for you to drink, but here's a bottle of vodka. You did good. You act like a grown-up, you get treated like a grown-up.
Tell you what, it'd probably be a lot cheaper if I would just slip them all alcohol all the time until the they took custody away from me.
Well, here in Washington,
probably get more sleep too.
In Washington, you're actually allowed to give your kids alcohol if they're underage. As long as you're the parent and you're there with them, they're allowed to have drinks. They're allowed to have alcohol.
Yeah. Well, I ain't gonna start them off like pussies. They're drinking Everclear from the get go.
See, I don't know if I would do Everclear because do you drink Everclear?
Fuck no.
Exactly. Nobody really drinks Everclear. I'd be like, here.
I drink it mixed in with stuff. Like
I've had like apple pie, fucking moonshine, and shit like that, which was like homemade, super harsh shit. But like I drank it, and that's the kind of shit that literally feels like it's putting hair on your chest because it feels like it's reacting with your body in a terrible way. Like drinking that like super strong shit, it's never. It feels like more of a chore than doing something nice.
You don't want to give them bad habits, right? I've thought a lot about getting my kids drunk, and I think I would like offer them Belgium beer flights. Like a bunch of
Belgian beer is
like a flight, go from light to dark and get their palates up on the Belgian beer. I would try and get them into like a green chartreuse.
How about like a Trappist style?
A Trappist?
Yeah,
that could be good. That could be good. I would probably go with like a framboise. I think a lambic framboise for a little kid would be a great drinking experience. I like really, really fancy cocktails. I want my kids to grow up, and if they're going to be alcoholics, I want them to be seasoned alcoholics. I want them to go to the parties when all their other friends are 19, 21, 20, probably not 19, unless you're in Canada, where it's legal. When they're legal to drink, I want them to go to the party and be like this sophisticate.
Mm-hmm. My dad made me drink like a half a shot of gin when I was like 11 or 12. And that put a bad enough taste in my mouth of alcohol until I was about 16, and I got to learn a little bit better about that not everything is just straight warm gin.
Yeah, Framboise is a great kid's beer.
Yeah, it's a raspberry beer.
Yeah,
it's a Belgian raspberry beer.
Yeah. I should start a blog.
Good.
I should start a blog just for teaching parents the best way to give their kids beer.
Yeah, like this shit, like, you could pretty much find it anywhere, like, that sells imported beer. Like, there's always at least one store in every town,
I think some of the nicest stuff I've ever had, I think, was, like, the Delirium. Have you seen that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude, that's...
Delirium, yeah.
Delirium Red. If you can find Delirium Red, it's cherry and elderberry beer.
They're from here, right?
It tastes... No, Delirium's a Belgian beer.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. I drink it there's a place that sells tall boys of Delirium Red, and they're like, it's like over $20 for a 4-pack of them, but it's like 8 or 9%, and they're so good.
The regular freaking like bigger bottles, they almost look like small wine bottles or whatever, and those things are easily like $12, $13 for some of those. For the I've seen some limited editions or whatever they have. They're just beautiful fucking beers. If you see one, get yourself one.
There's I've been to Belgium twice, and that was the first time I ever tried Delirium Red. I went to a bar that had every type of Delirium on tap.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was like owned by Delirium. Yes, it was amazing. There's the German beer that I like that is almost 1,000 years old. The brewery is the oldest brewery on earth, and it's almost 1,000 years old. I think it was founded in the year like 1040 or something like that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love shit like that.
Yeah.
You're tasting a part of fucking history at that point. Yeah, it's expensive, but it's good. Give it a shot if you end up in a place that sells it. It's really tasty.
When you go to Belgium and you get a beer, each beer literally has its own glass, like its own special glass with the name of the beer on it and like a special shape to it.
Mm-hmm. They take that shit seriously.
Yeah, it's insane.
But it's not that serious, right? Like every beer bottle has its own glass bottle, right? So it's only just going a little further. Yeah, it's about the experience. You're paying for the experience.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What would you give like if you were like a vintner for a child and you were like
I am not giving alcohol to kids.
But I mean your own kids is what I'm saying, like theoretically. No. And it's legal like it is in Washington State to give your kids drinks. Under those circumstances, what would be a good starter for a 15, 16-year-old kid?
I don't know why you want to talk about this.
It's a thinking exercise.
Dude, 15 and 16-year-old kids have no fucking taste anyway. You can give them a Coors Light and they'll be fucking happy.
No, I don't want to though. That's why I think I'm doing a good thing by creating like a taster experience.
Do you think everything you do is a good thing?
No. I do some things intentionally bad.
Oh, okay. So only when you do it on purpose. There's no errors or mistakes.
I for one, I afford myself as many errors as I need to get it right because I believe in myself in the process.
You should have went to law
It'd be foolish. It'd be foolish to come out of the womb able to do backflips and everything. You know, there's the hero's journey. I'm still on the journey. Doesn't mean I'm not the fucking hero.
All right. I think it's time to wrap up the show. Thank you for joining us, guys. There's a link in the description to their channel if you want to go there.
Check us out. Me and Dark Matter every Tuesday night. We do conflict with your regular Tuesday night shows, but you guys are welcome to subscribe and check out the podcast after the fact. After you've watched Drunken Peasants. So we really appreciate you guys having us on here again. We really enjoy being guests. And please, if you enjoy stupid fucking humor and getting way too high and drunk and talking shit about stupid stuff like we do here, check out the goddamn podcast.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
That's the show. Thank you.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.